What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Hopefully everybody has had a great start to their weekend. Tonight we will be inducting Nick of Movie AV Impulse into the Hall of Fame. A little fun segment that we created here. So thank you so much to everyone that is here. I'm super excited for tonight. Nick is a very close friend of mine. We talk on the phone quite often. He'll give me a call while he's working, and we just chat on the phone for a while. So thanks, everyone, for being here. I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, Nick's a great guy. Whether you love him or hate him, he's going to speak the truth. He's going to come right out with it. He's bold, he's blunt, and he just isn't afraid to be honest. So I appreciate and respect that from him. But tonight, it's all about him. So let me go ahead, remove myself, start the highlight reel, and then we'll have him in here in just a second.
It is yours truly, Nick of Movie AV Impulse, how I start damn near all my videos. Sue, I am sorry I wore this robe for you, but I am hot. So let me go ahead and take this off real quick. Just let you guys know I always see rad people around. Anyways, I have made it official. Tim just told me I am the only person that has Streets is Watching on his list. Gotta put Mid-Levolution all at the top because they have to stick together. They don't have much support.
Oh man, they're like the Goonies.
I love y'all, man. It's Tarantino. I mean, he has been known to be vile, and he's always got to have feet shot. But
he's shameless about the feet shot. Shameless.
Dude.
Ain't no shame in it. You like feet?
He says it all the time. He loves feet. That's his fetish. I mean, hey, everybody's got a fetish, man.
Got it.
Dude, I love the fact that he used HDR10 plus for that movie Inglourious Bastards because it just brings a whole different level and atmosphere. And I don't know if you have surround sound, but that opening scene where they're shooting at the floor, that bass, you literally feel those gunshots at your feet. It is so intense. Yeah, and I'm ecstatic, even though I can't compete with Tony.
Nobody can. Collectively, we try.
Kind of like Gwen Stefani. I loved her with no doubt, but when she went solo, I don't care about a holla back girl. So the Tokyo Drift was like way unrealistic. I'm sorry, but you're not gonna come visit me, and I'm gonna let you drive my Lexus 2 days later. You know what I mean? Like this guy gave him a brand new Evo 9, decked out to drift, and he's crashing it all over the place, and then the next scene it's fixed again. I'm just like, okay, no slip covers were hurt in the making of that video.
I thought it was awesome.
That was just, I wanted to, again, you have to be original, and I couldn't tell Tim, and it was killing me because I was like, Tim, wait till you see this outro I'm throwing slip kick. It was killing me not to tell him, but no slip covers were hurt in the making of that. I got carpet in here, and then I also had a blanket on the bottom of my shelf in case. I want people to do it organically. I would rather have the views because at least I know my work is appreciated. I put in a lot of sacrifice, and I mean everybody does that actually does videos. It takes time out of your life, so I do it for the love, the joy. It's not just I want to make money off of this. I'm not looking to make money. I don't need to make the money off of the YouTube. I just love to do this. And the people that I've met, you, Chris, Jay, I mean, all these different people, Bob, Vinicio, I mean, Ray, all these people that I've met. Yeah, man, I love that dude, man. And Bob put me on to him. I love that dude. He has got the craziest horror collection, man.
They clicked the video. What do you mean they clicked the video? I ain't even released the video yet. Yeah, they clicked the video. Oh, I wasn't listening to the Rat Pack. Damn Rat Pack. Nah. You know why? because I got the Rad Pack. That's right. Mel, Justin, and Garrett all swinging by to do a top 5 of the 90s movies we just can't live without. Ride or die. Watching who you put yourself around is one of the most important things. And I've been teaching my son this lesson of, if your gut tells you that a person is bad, take your gut's instinct, because they're going to put you in a predicament that you don't want to be in. Not being a part of something doesn't make you uncool. Like I said, listening, there is so many times where I wish I would have listened to my inner voice and my gut saying, get out of there. Like, don't go in that house. Don't do this. Don't do that. If you know somebody that needs help, please do your best effort to get them help. If you need help or you can't talk to anybody, feel free to go on Instagram and DM me. I am at Nick of Movie AV Impulse. I will leave the link down below, and I'm a trapdoor. If I'm talking to you in the chats, I'm not going to discuss your business, but if you need help, please reach out.
What's up, Nick?
What's up, man? Man, that was nice, man. Why'd you have to put the mid-evolution in there, though?
It was fun. I mean, you have to be able to make fun of yourself, you know? So.
Yeah, I know. I always make fun of myself, man. I talk to my damn self in the videos. You know how hard that is?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you got the other Nick. People are always talking about it.
Yeah, it's kind of become a thing. You know, I tried it a while ago, but I didn't know how to do the split screen, so I had to go to the other screen, back to the other screen, back to the other screen. It's just started to, I was like, let me figure this out. But I just want to say I'm very thankful for everybody who shared the stream, shared in their stories, like showed a lot of love. The reel that I put out the day before, I was just being real because everything was just kind of up in the air. But I can't see the chats because I'm using my phone. So if anybody's in the chats, thank you so much. And as you can see, I got a lot of love for everybody in here.
Yeah, we'll get into the chat in just a second. I wanted to say that life lessons series you got, man, I love it. And I love how real you get. And I love that you're personal on there and you're not afraid to speak the truth. So I appreciate that.
Those ones are pretty hard to put together because I have to not like the one I did recently on the addiction. Like I literally had to hold myself back in tears because it's a heavy subject. So, you know, trying to do that, and then, you know, like one day you might have a hater and be like, oh, you know, that's why I make sure whatever I say is the honest truth, because I got old friends that we don't talk anymore. So just out of spite, they might jump on there and be like, oh, you never did that. I'm stamped and certified. So that's why when I put those together, it won't always be about me. It'll just be about the subject in general. But if I have the experience, you know, and I can save somebody from doing something or making the same mistakes that I had, I'm willing to put myself out there. So,
yeah,
but I appreciate it. I work really hard on those. Those are like 2-week processes.
I think it shows too. Let me go ahead and catch up with the chat here. Like I always say, I'm going to try to run through it as quick as I can. I was having some technical difficulties at the start of this here. I had when I played the highlights of your pictures, they weren't showing up for me on my end. And I had to go to like YouTube and look. It was just a nightmare. So, yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah, those are, that's my wonderful family. Yeah. Me and my wife and my 2 boys.
All right, let's catch up here. We got Adrian in the house. First one here. Tony, good evening. We got Final Round Films. How is everyone doing? Fish the Film Collector. Hello there, Bob and Nick. I'm working, so I'll be in and out. Have a great stream, Nick. Congratulations. We got Jerry in the house. Congrats.
What's
Nick,
up, Jerry?
As a person as well, a great guy. As the movie is just a plus. Holland Oates, yo, Adrian. Hey, Tony. We got Terrell in the house.
Terrell's in the house. What?
Mizzy. Hey, Bob. Congrats. We've got My Killer Podcast. Whoop, whoop. Congrats. You're so rad. What's up, Holland? Hope all is well. just hope all is well, Tony. Lots of highs back and forth. We got Tim Talks Talkies here. Like I said, all the time, I try not to stay in the chat too much because I got so much to cover. I'm hoping I have a better connection than I had last stream I did with Ken. That was tough. I think my laptop was like broken that night, all the videos. We've got Holland Oat saying we got the movie hunters here together. We got Caprice in the house. Draculina Horror just started up a channel. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great night. Dell on movies. Yo, I'm so happy for the homie Nick.
Appreciate it.
Tony's Peas, movies and more. Hey, Bob and Nick, how's it going? We got
it's going.
Impulse.
Well, I just wrote it in there real quick.
Few technical difficulties there. Dispace Media, what's up, Ronaldo? Yep, just wanted to let everyone know we were starting shortly. Tiana Loves Movies here. Like I said, I'm going to try and run through these a little bit quicker here. So we got Mizzy, we got Vinicio saying hi, Movie Hunter, we got Steel Rays and 4Ks in the house. Yep. We got Cody, Dude Who Loves Movies. Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Michael Bob
That's
Jordan.
the famous saying.
Energy. Yep. We got Vinicio. Just a lot of highs back and forth. Vinicio saying, what's up, Tony? And my other half, Vin. We got Hard Copy Blues here. Gus's hair. Like I said, I want to run through it as quick as possible. It's a lot of people in the chat. I appreciate everyone that is here. We got Huck here.
I appreciate it too.
I'll stay up to date with the chat. Sean is in the house. Appreciate you being here. Like I said, Tiana, Vin, Vinicio, Sean, Huck. What's up, everyone? We got Mika and Kara in the house. Thank you so much. We got What's Johnny Watching? Thank you for being here. Holland Oat says feet. I don't know.
The Tarantino reference.
Yep.
He's got a major foot fetish.
Yep, been busted. Tarantino definitely has a foot fetish. Loved having Nick talk Tarantino with me for my 500 stream. That was a good one, man. I watched it and then I rewatched it recently to get some content from it. But yeah, just everybody in the chat saying hi to each other. Hey, Mizzy, Terrell saying hey to everyone. Literally everyone. Appreciate that, Terrell. Huck saying hi to Tony. We got Nerdy Film Girl, Tracy, in the house. Thank you for being here. We got Ken here. Hey, y'all. Tracy in the house. Look at that. Yep. Almost there. Caught up. Fish saying hi. We got Skulder in the house. I feel like people get annoyed at me going through the chat like this, but I might try to highlight them next time while the highlight reel's playing, so I'm not sitting here for 4 hours going through this. Sean Holland, what, Bob, with technical difficulties? No. We got Andrew Robinson here popping in real quick to say hi and have a great show. Thank you.
Yeah, that's my guy right there.
Born to be Rad in the house, and they got their show tomorrow night. We got Eddie's Films and Stuff. What's up, Bob and Nick? Everyone in the chat. All right, we're all caught up. If I missed anyone, I do apologize, but let's go ahead and get that first video playing here, which is going to be your nomination and induction.
To find your genius level talent, then you have to believe on it. Then you have to believe in it so hard because people will put their shit and their insecurities on you.
So with YouTube and social media as a whole, I find that a lot of us find ourselves self-censoring even if we don't intend to, when we don't want to give our hot take, oh, I really hated that movie, or I really loved that movie. A lot of us kind of want to walk that line, and we might not intend to, but it just happens. We don't want to anger people. But I mad respect that Nick is honest and blunt on everything and will tell you exactly what's on his mind and doesn't give a shit anyone's thoughts. And I mad respect that, honestly. He does it in a respectful way, but I really like he's not going to hold back that if he doesn't like it, he's going to tell you. That's awesome. I kind of want to believe that more of us can and should be like that. So I will always have mad respect for Nick. You totally deserve this, man. Very happy you're in. This is going to be a more down-to-earth and real stream. I'm super looking forward to watching this live, and this is going to be awesome. So everyone sit back, relax, and you're in for something a little bit different tonight, but it's going to be great.
I appreciate that, man. I love the Jay-Z intro, man. Oh my God.
And that's your guy right there.
I have baseball trading cards of Jay-Z up there.
Nice. We got Carmelo in the house. Congratulations, Nick.
Oh, that's my uncle right there. That's the one that used to beat my ass.
Bill says, nice, Tim. Busy says, thanks, Eddie. Hope you're having a good night as well. Let's go ahead and start with some questions. Let's start with the Instagram questions right away. We'll get right into it. So we got Dude Who Loves Movies asking, one has to go Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 or Batman 89? Which one?
Batman 89. The memories I have with my father of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will forever be with me. So I can never let that go.
Yeah. Gotcha. Caprice asks, what's the movie in your collection that has the deepest meaning to you and why? It's a great question.
Just said it, Caprice. Two actually do. Star Wars: A New Hope. My dad was a huge fan of Star Wars, and he was a Trekkie. So imagine that. He would go to both conventions dressed as both, but whatever. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was the very first movie we ever went to go see in the movie theater, and it was just like I said. I still remember like the stickiness of the floor because we went to one of those cheap, rundown movie theaters that closed down like 20 years later. But yeah, that would definitely be it.
Thanks for that. All right. Next question comes from Tiana. What's your favorite movie in your collection?
Oh man. Actually it's not a movie. I got all the Knight Riders, the TV show. So that's my favorite out of everything. I'll watch Knight Rider more than I'll watch anything else, and Pulp Fiction. My favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, forever my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah, that was both yours and Vince.
Yep.
It's a good one. What is it about Batman you like, and how would you compare them to the Superman movies? I'm asking.
I like the older Batman because I felt like it was a little bit more realistic, whereas like the Superman movies, like the CGI, I mean, just for the time, if you're talking the older ones, just wasn't like that great. I can watch them, but I'm always gonna pick Batman over Superman. So yeah.
Gotcha. And last question: do you see your collection as an investment? If so, cash out before you die or leave it to somebody. Jody says.
I see it as an investment. Right now, my son, my 12-year-old, my little guy, he's at that age where like, everything is like Five Nights at Freddy's or Fortnite and, Roadblocks. But eventually, like if something was to happen to me, it's another reason why I started my YouTube channel. He has something to remember me by. And then obviously the collection, maybe one day a movie can fetch him a quick $300. Who knows at this point? Everything is streaming. So eventually it might stop selling physical media 20 years from now, and people might start selling them for $300-$400, and my son might have a bank vault back here.
Yeah, there's a chance that they stop eventually one day.
Hopefully not.
Gus says, Eddie or Johnny, hello, Dell. Dell says, hello, Johnny. Todd says, congratulations.
That's my best friend right there.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen a couple people in here for the first time tonight. Benicio, really cool. You even did the Jay-Z for him. That's awesome. Yeah. That was great, Tim. Eddie says Gus. Terrell says Team Batman. Hard Copy Blues. Great, Benicio. Agree, Benicio. Good job, Tim. Darklight Entertainment says 89 Batman is the best Batman. And we got Justin here. Congrats, buddy. I love Justin, man. Guy cracks me up.
Yeah.
Vinicio says that's fucking Nick. I legit think the same thing about YouTube and collecting. When I die, my kids can still see me. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Says Knight Rider, that's a blast from the past with Hoff.
Yeah. I can't never let go of Knight Rider. I want that car so bad.
All right, let's go ahead and get into the Hall of Fame questions. Standard questions I ask everybody. And then I got some videos to play. I want to go over a couple questions that I just have for you. Your channels, things like that. So let's start with this one here. What's a movie that you haven't seen that would shock everyone?
I never finished Lord of the Rings.
Okay, that seems to be a popular answer here.
Yeah, I just can't stand the Lord of the Rings.
I'm good. I'll pass.
Yeah, I'll pass. Hard pass.
What's your favorite movie from your birth year?
Oh Jesus, I didn't even think about that. What came out in '82?
That'll help me out here. Well, 82.
Wow,
Come on, Nick. You're supposed to know these questions.
man, I forgot about that one, man. Skip that one. I forgot about that one.
The people in the chat are about to sound off and give you some answers to come up with.
That's right.
All right. Next question is going to be, what's the first movie you remember seeing in theaters?
That one would be with my mom. I went to go see Oliver and Company. That was the very first movie. I believe I was like 5 or 6. And I still remember that too. We went to like the fancy theater, and that was fancy back then. But yeah, that was the very first movie I ever seen in the movie theater was Oliver and Company, and that's why I own it.
Nick, I
love
forgot
that movie.
You said, I'm looking at 1982 right now off the top of my head, but you said, here we go. All right, so you got First Blood came out in 1982. Poltergeist.
Poltergeist. That's right. Yeah, no, I would pick Poltergeist because I got that custom slipcover from Side Hustle Cinema. I appreciate you.
Yeah, Rocky 3, 48 Hours, E.T.
No. Rocky 3. I love Rocky 3, but Poltergeist, that'll forever. Even though Part 3 is my favorite from my birth year, Poltergeist all day.
I had no idea. When's your birthday?
February 2nd.
Oh, so you're 41 now?
Yeah. Oh, I know I don't look it, but it could be the half black.
Man. Damn.
They say black don't crack, but I don't know.
Name a movie that you normally wouldn't admit makes you cry, or just something that makes you cry.
Oh God, Titanic.
Okay.
I cried when I first seen Titanic.
I think
because that bitch had room on the door.
Now you sound like Terrell.
Seriously, she had the room.
Yeah.
My wife wouldn't let me drown.
2 more questions. Do you have a favorite person to watch movies with? Who and why? Is it Corinne?
Yes. When it comes to horror, my wife all day long. When it comes to action, like John Wick or anything like that, because I've really grown to love that franchise, or like The Killer, because I love Gun Fu. Equilibrium is never talked about, but that's a fire ass movie. I watched that with my little guy because he loves action movies and, of course, Marvel, Batman. He's a Batman fan. And then when I was younger, everything was me and my cousin Eddie, like everything. He introduced me to like movies, period. That's why I made that dedication video to him, because Bad Boys, Martin Lawrence, You So Crazy, and Living Color, like we watched everything together. Saved by the Bell is just awesome.
I love Bad Boys, man. That's a classic for me.
Yeah, it's my favorite Michael Bay movie besides The Rock.
That's mine too. That or Bad Boys too. Both of them. What's your favorite movie quote? Why did I put our? But yeah, I edited it.
Somebody's pulling me close to the ground. I ain't panicked. I've been here before. It seems like only yesterday when I got up in front of that judge and showed them who was who and what was what. Carlito's Way.
Carlito's Way. Yep. Yeah.
I love Carlito's Way, man. That's my shit.
Okay, let's try and catch up on the chat here. So we got, I knew the chat would sound off.
Yeah, I knew they would sound off. Poltergeist, I'm sorry, people. I forgot.
Ken says The Thing, E.T. Adam says, although I'm more NC-17 and they're G-rated. Rated G. We got good one, Ken. Friday the 13th, Part 3. E.T. Good year for alien movies. Halloween 3. E.T. 1982. E.T. Poltergeist. Fat Times at Ridgemont High. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Okay.
All right, Jesus. There you go, Benicio. Thank you.
That part, Nick. There you go. She sure did. See, Terrell says she sure did.
There it is.
1,000% she did. Black don't crack. That's right, Nick.
My custom slipcover from Side Hustle Cinema, in case you didn't see it.
Yeah, Side Hustle killed.
Yeah, because I didn't like the original, so Side Hustle Cinema hooked me up.
Well, you just lost street creds for crying over Titanic, Dell says.
That's fine. I'm good with that. I also cried on The Cure too, and I cried Fox and the Hound when I cried
like a baby during The Cure when I was a kid. Atonement, Falling, same with the whale scene in Avatar 2, Tracy says. It's the melanin. He's getting ready to need magnifying glass like Tony soon. Hello. Hey, what's up, guys?
Because I'm 41? Damn, Ken. Coming at me hard today, huh?
Yeah, well, you know what? You came at him.
I did, but you know what I love about Ken is that you could joke around with him like that. He's got the same sense of humor. Same with Terrell. You could fuck with Terrell, Benicio, Vin. Like they all got that same. Nobody takes it to heart, you know.
I'm not 40 yet, Ken, and do need that magnifying glass myself. Just a lot of laughing. What's up, Helen? I never seen Carlito's Way. Terrell, you need to change. Stellar Carlito's Way quote. Okay, I'm reloaded. That's what Chubbs says. Chubbs loves movies.
Yeah.
We got Todd saying Fight Club sticking feathers up your butt will not make you chicken. That's on your Hall of Fame induction, Sue says. 1982 Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Raiders was 81. Yeah, just a lot of hey Sue back and forth there. Hey Tiana. Never trust Google, Mizzy. That I cry on every sad movie and my street cred, God. Now I know, laugh out loud. Thanks, Nick. All right, so let's go ahead and actually play another video I got for you. Let's go ahead and play one.
Hey Nick, just dropping by to say I love the channel, love everything that you've done. You've come so far, so fast. Keep it up, and I can't wait to the next episode.
That's your boy Andrew, right?
How the hell did you get Andrew?
I reached out to him about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Maybe 5 weeks ago, man. And he messaged me back like the next day. And then I told him I needed a video. And then I sent him a couple voice messages explaining it. And then he listened to him a couple of weeks ago or a couple of weeks after. And he's like, I can't play them again. They're gone. So then I just sent a text and I was like, this is what I need. If you could do a video. And
that's my guy, man.
That the whole idea of doing the Hall of Fame stream is to really make it personal. So make it matter, get people that I feel like would mean something to you. You know what I mean? And Ken and Mel and Tim and so on, Adele and Tony and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So that's how it is. I want it to be personal. And tonight we're going to get real personal. So, but let me go ahead, get past the Hall of Fame questions here. Let's go ahead. And I got some people that wanted to describe you in one sentence. So let's go ahead and start with Caprice. She says, even though we just met, Nick is kind, honest, and most of all, genuine and true to himself.
Appreciate it.
Adam says he's very creative and takes the time to put out quality content, passionate, personable, and a great promoter.
I try.
And I think he's a new subscriber of your channel too. Derek over Convicted Cinephile says, I love his passion for hippity hop music and keeping it real. You gotta love Derek, man. You gotta, yeah, man. It's so funny. Nick is one of the people in this community who always has your back and supports you no matter what. He's also a straight shooter, which we should all appreciate. Congrats, Nick. That's what Mizzy said.
Thank you, Miz.
We got movies and Sue saying, always honest with no filter. I'm looking forward to seeing where your YouTube journey takes you.
I'm trying.
Nick is a rabbit-loving, truck-driving movie lover who likes a good deal on physical media and is an Instagram story master. Tony over Basement Blues came up with that.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I got my rabbit shirt on, as a matter of fact. I'm his giant dad.
That's awesome. Next one here, the last one we got, Ken. He's going to poke fun at you, too. Nick is an incredible supporter of the physical media community, but a Friday the 13th hater.
Okay, let's clear this up real quick, Ken. I love the first one because of the idea, the concept. After that, sorry.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll never buy a box set. I don't care if that thing was worth $800 and I can get it for $100. I still want to waste my money on it.
We got movies and Sue saying Tony the Table, Dell. My Killer Podcast says Sue, Dell. Todd says hell yeah. Sean, hi Mel. Movies and Sue, Mel. Just a lot of people saying hi to Mel. She was
That's the popular one.
Yep, she is. Hey Sue, girl. Thank you so much for being here. Bob creeping into people's DMs again.
You know you're never going to escape that, bro. You're never going to let that go.
Sean, the Fox and the Hound making homies cry since 81. Cody says, yeah, Ben, Sue, hey twins, laugh out loud, Gus. Hey Mel, what's up, Johnny? Gus, a lot of thumbs up, twins. Benicio saying, laugh my ass off, fucking Derek.
Yeah.
Hey girl, Mika.
Hippity hoppity.
On Blu-ray, yep. Hey girl, Mel. The Fox and the Hound is so good. Freddy Krueger overall.
That's right.
Jason,
Freddy all day.
Popping and saying, hey there, people. And Mel saying, what's up, Terrell? All right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to let you choose. Okay. Do you want to go into this or that, or do you want to do speed round, or do you want a video?
Let's do this or that.
This or that. All right. Some of it's the same stuff. Sometimes the same questions, but I try to add to them on top of the same questions I already asked. So
that's fine. Y'all not gonna like it.
Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore?
Happy Gilmore all day. Me and my buddy Todd quote that shit every day. Go.
We're still waiting on one person to say talkies over titties. Tim talks talkies or Tim talks titties? Which one?
Tim talks orgies coming soon. Tim talks titties.
Tim talks orgies. Creaming together, right?
Yeah. Dude, when Cody said that, I died.
Yeah. John Carpenter or Wes Craven?
Oh man, you pinned me in a corner. I'd have to go John Carpenter. Halloween, Michael Myers is my favorite. I won't let that slide.
All right. Screamer, Halloween?
Halloween all day.
Myers or
by Ghostface?
Voorhees?
Michael Myers.
Nice. Found footage or anthology?
I prefer anthology, but my wife prefers found footage. That's her favorite.
Gotcha. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes all day.
Cake or ice cream?
Ice cream.
I like pancakes too, man. I like chocolate chip pancakes. Spring or fall?
Spring, because I can wax my car and look pretty as fuck.
Soda or pop?
Soda. We don't do that pop shit.
Stallone or Arnold?
Stallone all day. Stallone. Demolition Man, come on.
Rocky or Rambo?
Rambo.
Bring It On or Mean Girls?
Mean Girls.
All right, that's fair. Boxing or UFC?
I prefer UFC, but if you asked me 20 years ago, boxing.
Okay. We got Power Rangers or Rugrats?
Power Rangers all day.
South Central or Dead Presidents?
Dead Presidents.
Nice. Blue Hill Avenue or Sugar Hill?
Sugar Hill.
Tupac or Biggie?
Biggie all day, East Coast.
American Pie or Porky's?
Porky's.
DMX or 50 Cent?
DMX.
X going Give It To Ya? Don't get me singing that. Or Party Up?
X gonna give it to you. That shit pounds in my car.
It sure does. Mine too, man. Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society?
Menace to Society all day long. Better story.
Bronx Tale or Carlito's Way?
Carlito's Way.
The Untouchables or Scarface?
Scarface.
A Man Apart or Waist Deep?
A Man Apart. Waist Deep is terrible.
The Fast and the Furious or Need for Speed? The original.
Need for Speed. Oh, the original? Oh, no. That's Fast and Furious. But anything else after that, Need for Speed.
Jet Li or Jackie Chan?
Jet Li all day. Whoop Jackie Chan's ass. Who hates me now?
Like I said, I'm going to try to run through the chat. I don't like to skip anybody, but sometimes you just got to keep moving. We got Floyd House Flicks up.
Floyd House Flicks.
In the house saying, neither water from me. Ice cream on waffles. You're talking about Floyd House Flicks. So with that being said, let me go ahead and
Floyd House Flicks in the building. Coming back to shout out my man Nick of Movie AV Impulse. Hall of Fame, my guy. You are killing it right now. Your content is getting better and better and better. I salute to you. I am enjoying all that I'm seeing from you, man. You are making things making stuff. I mean, you're creating content in a way that you are taking things that people aren't even thinking about, and you are making it a conversation. That's dope. I appreciate that. I salute you. You know I'm retired, but I had to come back and shout you out. Nick, Movie AV Impulse, Hall of Fame. That's that guy. All right, y'all. Y'all stay up. And please continue to support Nick, Movie AV Impulse. It's only going to get better. All right. You know what it is. Floyd House Flicks, and I'm gone.
Man, that's it. Yo, I appreciate that, Floyd, man. I miss Floyd, but I understand too, because I was almost at that point quitting, but
yeah. I used to pop and do a lot of his morning commute.
Cars. Yep. I could when I could, you know, being a truck driver sucks. But
sometimes I'd be on my way home from work at like 10 a.m. from a client, and I would go on YouTube and I'd be like, oh, Floyd's live. All right. I mean, listen. And I'd just be like, I'd be popping off in the chat, stuff like that. But we got Dude Who Loves Movies. Cody says, I love DMX, but 50's my boy. Are we going to have to find a replacement if Cody's on team 50?
No. Listen, we're going to leave Cody alone. Cody will be on my channel next Wednesday for a top 5. And I don't think you're going to be ready for this video.
Nice. The Tyrese disrespect, Dell says.
Just Waist Deep just wasn't a good movie. I mean, compared to A Man Apart, I'm not a big fan of Vin Diesel, but that movie was incredible. So,
yeah, it was great seeing Floyd up there. Terrell says, did he quit? He's probably dropped 2 videos in the last couple months.
Yeah, he just kind of took a hiatus.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and let me go ahead and get into the next little segment. Let's do that speed round. How about it?
So glad. All right. Forgive me, y'all, because I'm bad at this shit. Every time you did it, I try to do it with the other people, and I was like, man, I suck.
Right. Now, you got pressure because I don't know about you. Ken killed it last week.
Listen, I'm not trying to be in competition with Ken. I can't. Y'all got Midland Revolution.
Boom.
Yeah, he was going on fire. All right, let's go.
Some of the same questions. I'll try and keep it, personal. Here we go. Favorite Jet Li movie?
Kiss of the Dragon.
Favorite Jackie Chan movie?
Thunderbolt.
Favorite soundtrack?
Backstage.
Least favorite movie you own?
Name a horror movie.
Most boring movie?
Shit. Pass.
Favorite home invasion movie?
Strangers.
Okay. Best love story?
Pass. Damn it. Addams Family.
Best slasher?
Freddy. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Favorite actor?
My favorite actor?
Yep.
Al Pacino.
Best coming of age movie?
The Cure.
Oh, nice. Best dance movie?
Grease.
Most underrated movie?
Blue Hill Avenue.
All right, that's it. 60 seconds.
All right.
I extended it. Nice job. Yeah.
Dude, that's shit. When you're on the spot, man, it's like, whoa.
It is. Yeah.
No, I was just playing with the whole horror thing. Now that I'm not under pressure, my wife has this one. I forgot the name of it, but I was just like, really? I didn't like it at all. I forgot the name of it. It was so bad. But she loved it. She was terrible.
Is your wife watching tonight?
I think she's doing schoolwork, actually.
Gotcha. Boring is the witch. We got Ben Buster saying, Tim, dude who loves movies, says the Addams Family. Hell yeah. Del on movies, Purple Rain, or Superfly soundtracks. Neomara. All right, so let me go ahead and play the next video I got. This one's a good one. I'm not going to lie to you. I almost had a tear in my, I actually probably had a tear or two in my eye watching this video. It's a really good one.
Hi, Nicholas. I want to say congratulations and that I love you so very much. I am so beyond proud of you that I can't even put it into words. I don't think people realize how much effort you put into this and how dedicated you are to it. And I wish people knew how wonderful of a man you are and just how gifted you are. You are a fantastic husband, a fantastic father, and honestly, the best man I've ever known in my entire life. And I feel beyond blessed to have you as my partner in life. I'm so proud of you for this. And thank you so much, Bob, for putting this together. This is so lovely. And you're so deserving of this and more. And I can't wait for this to become something that you do all the time, and for people to realize how special and talented you are. Because you are. You are a very wonderful human being. And there's just not enough, there's not enough time in the world to tell you how special you are to me, and how every life you touch and you impact, you make an impact. You are an incredible human. And I love you so much. Congratulations, babe. I love you.
That's my wife.
No, I love Corinne. She's great.
Yes, that's my ride or die, man. Day one. And all I seen was a photo of her. And a thumbnail photo at that.
Tim's my ride or die.
Y'all stream together, you cream together.
Right, that's right. I figured Nick would said Bronx Tale for most underrated. Nick, you inspired me to watch Bronx Tale. I love Bronx Tale, man. Let's see here. What is going on with that?
A lot of life lessons in Bronx Tale.
There is, and you did one. Tiana says, "Oh, this is so sweet." Mizzy says, "This is awesome." Mrs. Nick. Todd says, "Run, Red Pack with the." We got Bob sliding into all the DMs of all the wives. Come on, Tim. Don't get me in trouble, Tim. Damn it. 4K King says, "Laugh out loud." Tim, just clapping in the sad face. Oh, this is so sweet. Hey, Tim, straight from the source. Nick is a good man. Absolutely. Mika and Kira say, "Oh, I love this." I love this as well. Those two are like two peas in a pod right here. Mika and Terrell.
Mm-hmm.
Everything he says or she says, then they echo each other. Todd's clapping. Hi, Susan. Nick is awesome. Put that on a t-shirt. Roger does look up to you, man. Tiana says, "Laugh out loud, Tim, fellow horror girl, Red Pack forever. So wonderful, great video." Hi, Adrian. We're gonna have to start calling Bob Mr. Slippery. She's fiery, Todd says. Such a great video. Wow, bro. That brought a tear to my eye for sure. Well done, Nick. You got to ride or die. I will be honest, man. So tough. When I watched that when I first played it, I was like, this is hitting me, man. She just came. It came from the heart. That's like what I want. So
yeah, I'm holding back from tears, but that's just my wife, man.
Okay to cry, Nick. See, Ben Buster says that. All right, so I got a new little segment we're gonna play, and I got a surprise. We're gonna be playing a new segment. It's gonna be called. Here's a nice picture of you and your wife here, Corinne. Somebody did mention that it looks like you're grabbing that ass in that picture, Nick. What's going on?
I am. Yeah, my dad photographed that wedding, and that was like the greatest day. It was just absolutely amazing. Even though we stayed in a place that had nothing but spiders, it was crazy. But we had a lot of fun.
All right. Well, so this is a new segment I'm going to start right here, okay? Hold
on, I'm trying to wipe tears back, okay? I'm still thinking about the video my wife made me.
Well, speaking of your wife, I wanted to go ahead and bring Corinne in herself here. So you said she wasn't watching. She's here. She's been here.
Hello.
Corinne, how are you?
Hi, babe.
I'm tired. To be honest, I'm very tired.
I hope you can hold it together. We'll try and be entertaining, bring some energy for you tonight. But I wanted to play, like I said, a little game. It's going to be just some questions on marriage. If you could give advice for husbands out there, wives out there, new parents, things like that. So I got some questions. Go ahead, get as deep as you want, be as personal as you want, or just answer however you want. You could both answer or whatever you'd like. So let's go ahead and play. First question is going to be, name 3 things that make you proud of Corinne. And I'm pronouncing that right? Right? Yeah, no?
You are.
Okay, good.
Yep. 3 things?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's simple. She's ambitious. She's a very loving woman. I've never experienced flames. Like I still get butterflies when we are together. I'll admit that right here. And her goal, if she has a goal, she's gonna meet that goal. And I've never seen anybody in my life have that kind of ambition. Like literally, I'm surprised. I thought she was working on schoolwork, you liar.
You know how hard it is for me to keep a secret. I'm fucking terrible. It's
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
that person that's like, oh, it's a week before Christmas. Let's do your gifts. Let's do them.
And Nick, that's why I asked. I was like, "What's her Instagram page?" And I asked weeks ago, so you'd maybe forget. So that was the goal there. All right. What personality traits do you most admire about Nick?
His thoughtfulness. He's extraordinarily. Nick's the type of husband that if I send him something, he gets it. So if I send something like, I want this, I get it. So, and he's the type of person where he will literally move things around to get what I want, because I don't ask for many things too much, but the things I ask for are reasonable requests, I think, except I'm still waiting for that fucking monkey.
Even though we're not getting a monkey.
We're getting a fucking monkey. So I'm still waiting for that, but that's besides the point. But his thoughtfulness, his drive, his work ethic is beyond. His work ethic is great. He literally did go to work with the flu. He had the flu, and the only reason he called his boss to get out of the truck was because I screamed at him about it. Otherwise, he was going to keep working, dying. And it turned out he had a fucking rare strain of the flu in the summertime, no less.
I mean, yeah, he gets up at 12:30 for work.
Yeah, because he gets no sleep. He chooses to come home and help me with things when he should be going to bed. But you can't talk him. Once he has something in his mind, you can't talk him out of it. That's it. He's doing it. Deal with it. It's gonna get done. So that's a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of great traits. There's not really anything before Nick. I was considered a man eater, supposedly.
That's what your mom called you, okay?
I got tired of people quickly. It's hard to tolerate me, and I have an even harder time tolerating other people because, frankly, people are irritating, especially when you live with them. So
my wife is a fireball.
Yeah, I will not hold back with what I feel. But Nick is very easy to live with. He's just a good-natured person, but he does give you that pushback when you need it. He's literally I would literally say the perfect husband. And I do say the perfect husband all the time because it's true.
You do. And I loved your video. I almost cried. You almost made me cry on a live stream.
That was the first and only one I did.
That was good. Ooh. And it was one take.
And she did it with the background.
I did. And I washed off all my makeup before you came home, so you couldn't even tell what day that was done.
Nope. But I think you're more beautiful without the makeup, but
not with this skin allergy thing going on. Thanks, though. Next question, Bob.
All right. What does your ideal weekend look like together?
Horror movie, couch, popcorn, and an ice cream cone.
Nice.
I don't like the popcorn, so I'm usually like Wheat Thins or Ritz or saltines or chips. I'm a salty guy.
He's an ice cream bar guy.
In the ice cream bar.
There's one left. Don't touch it. And
we'll watch a lot of like I said, her favorite is found footage, and along with my little guy too. So sometimes if she says, "Oh, we're watching a found footage movie," you'll see my little guy with his blanket and his elephant, and boom, right in the living room. He's ready for it.
Yeah. Let's see here.
He's right here.
Hi, Bubs.
This kid is my shadow. He's my 12-year-old best friend.
So there is a Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming out, which my youngest is like obsessed with Five Nights at Freddy's, and we will be going to the theaters to see it, and we together will be doing a review on it.
He's creeping in a little bit. You see him in the background there? That's so funny.
That's him.
And next question. Aside from your kids, which of your achievements are you most proud of?
For me, my wife is the one that pushed me to get my CDL. There was only two people, well, besides my true friends, there was only two people in my life that pushed me to get my CDL, and that was my wife and my father. So everybody else in my family literally tried to talk me out of it. So my greatest accomplishment, as far as I go, was getting my CDL and actually getting a career.
Yeah, he wasn't going to do it. And we had found out that I was pregnant with Quentin at the very same time my older son was diagnosed. So it was a really rough time. And I'm like, no, you're going to go. It's like, it was perfect timing. He had just gotten seriously injured at the job he was at, and they let him go for it. So I'm like, you're going to go and do what you want to do. I'm going to take the back seat and be, the one stuck home raising a child for a few years. There's going to come a day where I'm going to do what I want to do, and you're going to support me as I supported you, which is what we're doing now. So I have no life. I sit in front of this all day long. This is my life, but I like it.
It literally is. It literally is.
This and horror movies.
I know you love your horror movies.
That's all I
A
watch.
lot more than Nick. What's the most common misconception from people that don't know Nick well?
He's a dick.
I can be.
Yeah. That's why I love that video, and I think it genuinely is a misconception that it's just you're blunt. You're just blunt, you're real. But you heard it in the videos, and I still got more to play, but people appreciate that. Some people do, some people don't. But Nick, there was a time when you would message me because I hadn't talked to you in a couple days. You had tried calling, tried reaching out, and you came hard with it in my DMs in a voice message, and we talked. But that's the thing, like old me, I would have put up like my guard. I would have been like, screw you for what you said or coming at me like that. But I try to understand, and I think the one big thing with Nick is when you're listening to Nick speak, listen with your heart, not just your ears, because if you listen with your ears, it might come out the wrong way. But if you hear what he has to say with your heart, you'll actually understand it, that he's coming from a place of love. And I had to understand that when he messaged me. I was like, the way he said it, I would think right away, what the hell? But I understood from he was coming from a place of love.
I remember
I
said to him, like, you need to message him and stop being an ass. I remember exactly when that was. And he was like, oh, he's ignoring my messages. And I was like, no, he just has a fucking life. Go take it. Stop being a douche. So I don't know if he gave you a rebuttal, but that's where it came from. Me.
I appreciate that. And there's the little one behind you guys.
Yeah. He's always roaming. He thinks he's sneaky getting snacks out the cabinets.
He's awful. He's awful.
Yeah, he's terrible at it.
Next question. Couple more left here, 5 or 6. How do you define a successful marriage?
Honesty and great sex.
Married you for. That's true.
Like I said, I there's so much, and I'm not afraid to admit this, there's so much passion and fire every time I look at her that it's just still there 13 years later. It's just like it's just intense. It's like electrifies me.
It definitely is. It's interesting. Always good. Always great. I would say. But I think that's obviously the key to a successful marriage. The other thing is space. I am not your typical woman. I'm not cuddly. I'm more like, I'm like a porcupine. I will cut you. So stay away from me when I'm mad. And he does. He gives me his space. He's not one of those people that huddles on you because I need to breathe. And I'm not one of those women that's like, go away. And I'm like, no, come closer. No, really go away and stay away until I'm ready to come and talk to you. And he does. He respects my boundaries. And I think that's the important thing. Trust is
the one thing that we never do, I think we might have done it once in the 13 years, but we never go to bed mad at each other. We always hash it out and work it out before like we go to bed, because if you go to bed angry at the person, you're going to wake up angry at the person. And then whenever she has dreams of me cheating on her, she's mad at me the whole day.
Yeah,
I think that's every woman.
Cheating your dreams, man. You're cheating for real. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nick, I think it's time to buy a monkey, Cody says.
Yeah, and it's legal where we live. Like, why did we move here? So
monkey. We got a monkey on YouTube, and he's just as cuddly. Cody, I'll buy you a monkey. Yeah, so good stuff here. I learned two things from a friend of mine a while back, and I don't know if y'all can relate or understand or something like that, but he said it was after a relationship I got out of. He said two things. Never argue in public because it forces people to pick sides. It creates uncomfortableness for people around you, and it's just not fun. And then secondly, as soon as you're arguing, if you're yelling or screaming at each other, he said, my wife and I stop, because as soon as we're yelling, we're not listening to each other.
No one's listening.
We're angry, we're yelling and stuff like that. So I thought that was great advice. It's stuff that easy to hear, but sometimes you don't quite understand it in the moment, or the heat of the moment. So.
Well, it's typically me yelling because I'm Italian. So I'm the one that's yelling, and he's the one that has that face on that he has right there.
You know who else?
I'm just like, are you done yet?
Now I know where Gus gets it from. He's Italian too. That's just how Italian does.
Italians are very passionate about what they say. They want to say everything first before you get a word out.
And we get the last word in every time.
We got Tiana Loves Movies with the super chat. Thank you so much. Tiana's a huge supporter. I really appreciate it.
Yes, she is. I had a blast with her listening to the stream the other night. She was funny.
What a trooper, right?
Because she was surrounded by all you guys, and she was just riding it out. She said, "Let's go."
That's Tiana. She's
that's a rough one.
Yeah, hanging out with the six of us. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very rough. Yay, orgasms.
Yeah. That's what's up, Mizzy says. I think about the sex, I believe. Nick, what's the newest thing your kid is obsessed with? Air frying?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the newest thing he's obsessed with? Air frying.
Oh God. French fries. You said they were really good.
I see the chat.
Slinging that D, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm half and half, man. What do you expect?
Great sex, and then my face. Our marriage. I hope that's what Bob and Tim have as well. Oh no.
It's a joke, man. It's from the other night.
I'm not actually gay. Yeah, it's just a joke.
Hey, totally fine if you are.
No, I'm not. So there's only talking when she's ready. I had to say it, but it's pretty typical. Yes, we do. An Italian girl is a perfect match for Nick. Big Nick energy.
That's awesome.
All right. So we got past that question there. What's one piece of advice you would give to young couples watching this?
Be friends first. Be friends first. Lovers then, because we really are like I think we are friends first. Lovers second. That's how I view it. Because when I wake up in the morning, you're the first person I text all day long. It's what, 13, 14 years. You know how I am with time. I don't even know how old I am. I don't keep track of time. But it's been a long time.
13 years.
Whatever.
And I know Nick will tell me, like, he's like, listen, we talk every day.
We talk all day, every day.
That passion doesn't die. I think that's super important. Big Nick energy. Hells yeah, Italians do it better, Gus says. Pretty good there, Vin. All right. Nick, did you want to answer that?
Yeah, like I said, try not to argue. We have spats, we have disagreements, but there's never like a full blown argument. We just hash it out. And if she's mad or I'm mad, like I said, like she just said, I'll give her space. That's when she calms down. That's when she clears it out. And to me, if you ever lose that passion, like my wife would tell you, if I told her, you know what, babe, just I don't feel for you anymore and I want to move on, she'd rather that than you go out and try to find it. And I think that's any woman really, just like me. If she didn't find me attractive anymore or something wasn't clicking or working out, she'd tell me. So just that honesty really, it's a strong factor. So before you go out and think about cheating or something like that, or you're even thinking about cheating, maybe it's time to talk to your partner.
Yeah, if you're thinking about cheating, you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
We've been together 13 and some change years, to be exact. And that's never crossed my mind. And before my husband, I was not known to be faithful, if I'm being 100% honest. That wasn't my thing. So,
well,
you know.
So. I told you this stream was going to get wild.
What you asked for.
Bob, this is what you asked for, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, this is PG.
I wonder who else got that.
But seriously, that'd be my best advice.
I always tell people too, don't put yourself in situations where you're going to be tempted, or a stupid situation where you're one-on-one with a woman and she could make up stories, or just it's stupid. Why would you avoid situations where you're going to be in potentially uncomfortable situations, or situations where you could be tempted to cheat? No matter how strong you are, like, you don't want to put yourself in those situations. Don't even allow that opportunity.
Not only that, but people, like, we were talking about that the other day, how when I was a stay-at-home mom with Quentin, no car, literally raising an infant. Remember you got that message? Oh, you're cheating on me. And I'm like, where? I'm on the phone with you from the minute I talk to the minute, literally, till when you walk in the door. I'm talking to you. Where? When? Like, I don't even have time to shower. But
it was just.
Oh, and Nick was like, right.
Yeah. I was like, sure.
Like that's Nick flexing. If I was a part of the Olive Garden family, I would want to be disowned. Oh my, Tiana says. Bob got more than he bargained for. We're in the same home. She's upstairs or in a different room.
I'm in the dining room. He's in.
Yeah. I'm in the studio.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, we caught it. Mizzy says, I was wondering who would catch that. Gus hates when I talk Olive Garden to him. When you're here, your family, tell him John. So yeah, just a lot of funny banter, but they caught it. They got the joke. All right, next question here. What are the 3 most important things in a marriage? I guess you answered that already, huh?
Yeah.
You said honesty and sex.
Honesty, passion, and I feel like trust. You really should not. If you have to be told that trust is important, you shouldn't be dating. Like, honestly, like, I hate when people say that trust is the number one. If you have to fucking be told that trust is important, don't date anybody, because you're a fucking moron. Come on.
She's Italian.
Like, you're stupid. Like,
Gus is the only one in the chat. He's like, get it, girl. He's probably over there. I always say communication, because I think at the root of everything, so whether it's passion, sex, whatever, if you can communicate with each other, if you're unhappy, if you don't think that your sex life is good enough, if you have any issues, if you know how to communicate and you're comfortable with one another talking to each other, that can really help everything, because you can have that conversation. Hey, I'm unhappy. I had a bad day. I was upset, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So
communication is the most important.
We do that all the time to each other. I walk in the door and she's like, I had a shit day. I'm like, yep, me too. Let's talk about it.
Then you talk about it all day, but then we'll talk about it more.
Yeah.
So, like this happened since I hung up with you 20 minutes ago.
Would you rather have a date night every week or every month?
I don't have the time for every week. That would be nice, but it's just not possible.
Yeah, it'd be more monthly.
Every month would be good. Because I think if you were to do that every week, I kind of feel like it would get boring because then it would be typical. It would become part of your routine. And when things become routine, they get boring.
I like what you said about space too. No matter, I mean, you see the same person all the time.
Yeah.
When I moved out, I lived at home with my mom. I moved out when I was like 20, and then I moved back home. And when I moved back home and I moved out, though, my relationship with my mother got so much better. And I know it's not the same thing, but I'm just saying when you spend too much time with somebody, sometimes you get sick of that person or you just resent them or whatever it is. So it's important to have that space. And I think sometimes that can also, when you don't see the person every single day all the time, you could find that passion like, oh, you miss the person. You miss being around them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Versus getting sick of them.
Doing I look at it as if you're doing a date night every week, the first month, it's going to be great. You're like, yes, this is so much fun. Let's try a new restaurant. Super exciting. The next month is going to come. One of those weekends, you're going to be looking for a reason to get out of that date night. Because now you're like, I really would rather just sit on my ass and I would rather sit on my ass and watch a horror movie. That is like, knock it off here. That's what I plan to do. Bubs and I are probably going to make some popcorn and put on a movie.
With my lightsaber.
With his
lightsaber. Yeah. You heard it. You heard it here first. Look at that.
Oh, there it is.
Ren is my spirit animal. And there's the lightsaber.
Oh my God. Go away.
Tiana said she is Gus. Corinne heading down life lessons. Love it.
Oh, I'm full of useless knowledge.
All right, next question. So the next 4 questions are going to be for you and Corinne individually. What makes Nick such a great husband?
Good question.
My son always steals the show. He did that when me and my buddy were playing Tekken one time. He always steals the show.
That's a good question.
You're an awful child. You're terrible, Quentin.
Uno reverse card.
Oh,
Uno reverse card.
Shh, quiet time. What makes Nick a great husband? Many things. One thing, okay, so I'm kind of one of those wives that's like, oh, your husband sucks. So when we lived in Massachusetts, I would hear girls I work with that were like, yeah, it sucked. I had to go out and like take all the snow off my car and it's like really buried. And I was like, yeah, I don't have to do that because you see, my husband's a fucking gentleman and he goes out and takes everything off the car so that when it's time for me to go to work, I just hop in it and go. Sucks for you. Like, you've got to do all that stuff on your own because you married a loser. Don't do things like that. So I like the fact that he is one of those, he's a man's man. He does things to make it easier for me as a woman. Takes the trash out, lifts the heavy things. I like the fact that when I go shopping and I come home, my back is screwed. So when I come home, he's like, leave all the heavy stuff. He knows I'm not going to do that. I'm going to carry everything in because he just worked 14 hours. But I am going to leave the water because that shit's heavy and I'm not carrying it. But other than that, so he's very considerate, extremely considerate. And, no offense to men, sort of, but not many of the men are considerate. Neither are women. Women, I think, are a lot less considerate than men are at this point. Women are worse than men now. I would.
Some people can be inconsiderate,
but considerate. He's definitely unique. He's literally the perfect husband.
Corinne, I like what you said about. I've been around a lot of people sometimes, and it gets annoying when I know. Sometimes it's just a joke and sarcastic, but sometimes, man, some of my friends, they're like, oh, it's so nice to get away from my wife. I can't stand her or something. They'll be sarcastic, but then I'm around people like Nick. I'll have conversations and even other YouTubers in this community. And they'll be like, no, I love my wife. Like, I'm looking forward to going home and seeing her. And I'm like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I like that instead of pushing your wife behind your back. I feel like too many people do that. So I love when people are like, you know, have fun with it. And I'll be honest with you guys. I've done 3-way calls with you guys on the phone. You know, I'm talking to Nick and you'll call and Nick just puts you in and we'll all talk on the phone while we're all working. And I really do, like, as somebody being single myself, but I look up to you guys. And and it's not just you guys. Like Ken and Michelle are 2 others in this community I look up to. But there's a lot of other people, you know. Huck is another one, always saying good things about his wife. Dell, same thing. Like so many good husbands and wives in this community, and I love it. Watching the support between the 2 of them together, you know, because it takes 2.
And you want to surround yourself with happily married people. Believe it or not, that has a lot to do with a lot of relationships and their demise. You're hanging out with miserable married people. That rubs off on the other people, because then you start to look at your partner, and it really does. Because remember, I had that friend who was very miserable with her boyfriend when we lived in that apartment building.
Yeah.
We started arguing over the dumbest things that we normally wouldn't argue about. And I'm like, this is starting to catch. Like, it's like a disease. We got to cut it off. Get rid of it. So I think being around happily married people and having married friends, you know, we have a lot of single friends, but none of them are, well, I mean, they are very raunchy people because we're kind of like that, but not the type of people that would bring my husband to the bar, because it would be go to the strip club before my husband would go. I'd be the one going there before he would. But that's the type of people that we are. If we have single friends, they're not going to be bringing my husband around some trashy ladies. They don't want to die, for 1. And 2, it's not the right thing to do.
I think Nick talked about that in your life lessons. Surround yourself around people that you can trust, people that are important to you, and not around the wrong crowd. And I think me and Nick got caught up when we were younger, both being surrounded by the wrong people. So
same here.
I think everybody falls victim to that.
Yeah. Nick, next question is for you. What makes Corinne such a great wife?
Well, the second thing is too explicit, so I won't say it. But the first one, she's just amazing. I mean, to me, when I was working and she was a stay-at-home mom, there was not a day where I came home where dinner wasn't ready. She used to text me, what time are you going to be home? You know, the house would be clean. Sometimes I didn't even know how she did it, because Quentin was very hard as a child because he was premature. So he had a lot of complications, and it just kind of was really tough on her, especially because he couldn't hold down like the formula or anything like that. So it was really tough, but we made it work, and she's always inspiring me and pushing me to do things that I want to do that I'm scared to do. And she'll keep shoving me. And I feel like your partner should always want you to do better, or do something that you love, or at least try it. If the person's not willing to let you try it, then you might not be with the right person. And I think that's what makes her most amazing. Because when I said this whole YouTube thing, she's like, okay. That was it.
I think that's super important too, to touch on that too, is for me, it's something important in relationships. I want to be with somebody that makes me, just by being around her, makes me want to be the best version of myself, brings out the best in you. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't even have to say anything. Just being around her, you want to be the best version of yourself you can for her, because you know that she deserves that. You know she deserves the best, so you want to give her the best version of yourself. And sometimes, like, when you're not even around her, you're just thinking, okay, I want to be the best version I can. I'm not going to do this because it's not going to honor my wife or something like that. Let that be a lesson to all you ladies. Don't marry losers. Nick can come into my house and carry the water for sure. Water in for me. Just a lot of laugh out loud. Heart share. The water is heavy. 40 packs from Costco are no joke. My kids are the best. See how chiming in right there. Next time it snows, I'm messaging Nick to come warm up my car. Laugh out loud. Ken, yes, bad energy from other couples is contagious.
It really is.
Dell and his wife, I believe they're like 30 years.
I
can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not a Pepsi guy. It's boring. Endorsing. Yep. Yeah, he's endorsing her. Yeah, Gus is gonna try and steal your lady, Nick. Dude, Gus, I was just thinking, damn, a Coke sounds really good. Someone give the dude a Coke.
It was such a habit. I didn't realize I drank it.
I have root beer, Gus, if you want some. Laugh out loud. You, Tiana. Do you not like root beer, Gus? Gus, I can tolerate any root beer slander. Laugh out loud, root beer floats. Laugh my ass off. Dello, yummy, Mizzy. That sounds good. 25 years.
25 years. Okay. I knew I was close. I was close, Dell. And I was talking about that with you before bed when I was like, buddy Dell, the one I did the movie swap with, I was like, he's been married for 25 years. That's crazy. Because a lot of couples, they just don't last. But when you find that someone,
yeah.
It's
Tony,
crazy.
Tony from Basement Blues, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're still here, Tony. I think he married his wife in 91. He met her when he was 6 or 7 years old at
Awesome.
church, and he's never had a drink a day in his life. And her dad's the pastor, and he met her when he was 7 years old. And now I don't want to go throwing Tony's age out there in case he doesn't want to, but that's really cool. So he's known her for 40, do the math if you want, 47, 48 years. So
That's
crazy.
Yep. Yep. Next question here. What makes Nick such a great father? So I know sometimes he's
dad.
Your face, child. Quentin's gonna try to be rude because now he's feeling, feisty.
What did he say? What makes Quentin, what makes Nick such a great dad?
I'm all right at the dad thing.
No, you're a very good dad. It depends. If you don't get in the game you want, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
I understand that mom is sometimes annoying.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll see who's getting popcorn tonight, homie.
I don't want no popcorn.
Good, because you ain't getting none.
Okay.
Good. I make homemade popcorn and he begs me for it. Now I'm going to hold it hostage. Now you're not allowed to touch my popcorn.
Okay,
This is
I'll
my
make my
popcorn.
own.
No, you can't.
Really?
No,
He's trying to be cool.
that's fine. You stay with your chemical-filled microwave popcorn. I'm going to have me some delicious kernels popped in a popper thingy kernel thing with butter, and it's going to be freaking amazing, and you're going to hate all over it, and I'm going to eat it right in front of you, and it's going to be awesome.
And I want a big stick of butter inside of the popcorn.
Now you just ruined the popcorn. Be quiet.
Yeah, you did.
So what makes him a good father is he is, to be totally honest, to be 100% transparent, he's the guy that is running around with the kids at the park. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. So Nick is literally the one that, when he goes to the park with Quentin, he's not the dad sitting on the bench. Well, these days he is playing on his damn phone. But most of the time, Nick is the guy that's running around with all the kids playing like he's a 12-year-old himself.
Yeah,
So
I do that.
like if I get Quentin a toy for Christmas, I have to consider, is Nick going to play with this? Because they both play. Yes, girl, listen. There is this popcorn online. Oh my gosh. So good, dude. Highly recommend. $5 a bag. Bro, get it. Okay. I have a popcorn problem. Yeah.
Nick, you're like me, not a big
Popcorn are the
popcorn.
two things I'm addicted to in life.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Give me some munchies. I'm good.
Yeah, no. I gotta have my popcorn. I need popcorn.
All
But
right.
it's Quentin wanted me to show you that. That's what it is.
That's for, hold on, Tiana. That's for you right there. School pot. It says, showing.
Oh my god, dude. Telling you. Amish popcorn. Buy that shit. It's good. Leave that out, bub, because I'm having some.
And then there's also this one.
The white popcorn. Yes, same thing. Leave it out. I'm having some.
And the final question I have for this little segment here is for Nick. What makes Corinne such a great mother?
Well, you just seen a preview of it.
I already
That
child.
he's definitely a mama's boy.
Yeah.
That's well, for me it kind of sucked a little bit because there'd be days I come home so damn tired. I'm trying to watch a movie with him or a show, and I'm just on the couch like this sleeping. But she's She's amazing. What is he doing?
No.
It looks like he's doing the Superman.
He's nuts. Oh my God. You
Oh my God.
cannot keep a straight face with this kid in the house. It's not
You
possible.
can't. And that's another thing. He's so full of energy. You know, he's a nutball.
Well, Corinne, I appreciate you taking the time to jump on here. It's like 30 minutes. I really appreciate you taking that time. I didn't know how long it would last, but it was fun. Thank you so much for chiming in and answering the questions. Thanks for the video, of course, too. You put a tear in my eye with that video you made. So,
Sorry.
I held him back. I actually was wiping one.
I'm not the only one. Johnny's
I appreciate
onions in his house, so I'm not the only one. I think Benicio said he had a tear, maybe, so I'm not the only one. But
I'm
Corinne,
after of when did you do that?
You should show him the cat.
Right, I'll let you get back to the kid here. I apologize. Thank you so much for taking the time, though, out of your
You are very welcome. Thank you. Have fun. I'll see you in a little bit, and we're gonna watch something. So don't fight that.
What are you gonna watch?
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thanks to Corinne. That was great. The background has me dying.
It's a fireball.
She's great. And Gus has a new fan favorite over there. And it's Corinne. Nick, smile. He doesn't like the jokes about Gus.
No, I don't mind. You could try. All challenges welcome.
Nick, Gus says you need to have Corinne in your videos.
I've tried actually. I actually pondered the idea with Ken and Michelle to do like a top 5. He never got back to me, but Ken did do his top 5 with me. But we wanted to do something like group related, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and dive into some yes or no questions, and then we'll get into some videos. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Hell no.
All right, that's fine. Have you ever broken a bone?
Yep, lost one too.
Oh yeah. Do you have any secret talents? Go tune into his video to find out how he lost that middle finger.
Do I have any secret talents? At one point, I was a fantastic rapper. Yes.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, don't go down the sexual route with this. This is
no. I wouldn't. No.
As Born to Be Right would say, it's G-rated. So, are you a picky eater?
Yes.
All right. Are you a fan of Mizzy's Misfits?
Yes, I am. You guys got sexy bods. Except y'all did. Who was it? Cody? Was it Cody that y'all did dirty?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, y'all did my boy Cody dirty, man.
I asked Derek to do that, and I had no idea what he was going to come up with. But
yeah, no, Derek's the man. I like his edits and Tim's thumbnails. He's creative.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a fight? Of course. You have.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Lost more than I've won, but I've always fought.
Know when you're going to die?
Yes.
Next question. Are you afraid to die?
Nope.
Like I said, so some of these questions are a little darker, deeper, but we talked and we wanted to make it more conversation oriented and go a little bit deeper tonight. If everything were to end tomorrow, would you be happy with the way your life turned out?
Yes.
And are you doing what you've always wanted to do in life?
To a certain extent, yes.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you for those answers. Let's go ahead and play another video because I'm going to fall behind on the videos and there's a lot of videos to play. So let's go ahead and get to the next one here. Let's play this one.
Well, what's up, everybody? And what's up, Nick? I'm definitely glad that you made it into the Collectors Hall of Fame, and it's been a while since I did any videos, and it's been a while since I made anything, posted anything, but I definitely want to say that I'm happy to see my big brother into the Hall of Fame, and I'm glad that Bob is definitely taking the time out to make this happen, and also, put someone that is definitely deserving to be into the Hall of Fame. For a while, I don't post or I don't, do anything online, but there's one thing I can say. If it's not Bob, it's definitely Nick. Me and Nick talk a lot, talk about movies that's coming out. If I definitely have any issues or if I have any problems and I need to talk to someone, or even if I have any ideas or whatever, it's definitely Nick. Can't forget about you, Bob. Thank you for everything you've done. And I want to say I definitely appreciate you, brother. You in this short time that we've known each other, you definitely helped me out a lot. As you can see, I'm at a Walmart. I'm actually working right now, but you gotta go in there. Today is definitely Tuesday. Today is also the wife's birthday, so I'm kind of, not trying to spend anything. So just want to see what they got on the inside and also pick up these orders. But I just want to end this to say, I definitely, if anybody, definitely deserves to be in this Hall of Fame, is definitely Nick. And I appreciate, like I said before, everything that we've talked about and everything that he's done. And he's definitely a very, very, very important person into the community. So thank you guys again. And that's it.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, Ronaldo's a good dude.
He is. That's my guy right there.
Mizzy says, very awesome. Gus says, that's my boy. Hey, I was a rapper too. What the fuck? Derek did Mizzy dirty, Holland said. Mizzy says, thanks, Nick. Johnny says, we're all fans of Mizzy's Misfits. Right? LOL. Magic Mizzy XXL. Huge fan of Mizzy's Misfits. Thank you guys. All in good fun. Disc. Werewolf, my editing was fast as hell. Thanks for making a video. Thanks to everybody who made a video. I do appreciate that. I know Nick does as well.
Yeah, man.
But I've heard you're a big fan of the Rad Pack, right?
Of course I am.
Yeah. Now, and you always say, despite I got you on here, but it's always Rad Pack over Mid-Levolution, huh?
All day long.
All right.
Come on, man. You know how we...
What's up, everybody? Garrett back here, and I'm here to congratulate Nick from AV Movie Impulse. Congratulations, man. You are in the Physical Media Collector Hall of Fame, and you deserve it so much. You are probably, now that I think about it, the raddest person in that Hall of Fame, and I'm so happy that you are...
Whoa. Who's the raddest in the Hall of Fame?
Listen, I forgot. Mel's the raddest. Nick, you're the second raddest in the Hall of Fame, man, and you deserve to be there.
Yeah, congratulations, Nick. We're so excited for you to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. You have been such a huge Rad Pack supporter, so we are going to be here to support you because you know what? You see rad people because you are a rad dude.
Yo! Congratulations, Nick, on being inducted into the Collectors Hall of Fame. Me and Pete here wanted to send you a congratulations, buddy. You've been an amazing supporter of the Rad Pack and the whole community at large. Thank you so much for all your support, and congratulations on being inducted into the Collectors Hall of Fame.
And listen, I have one gripe to pick with you, Nick. I saw your Fast and the Furious ranking, and how dare you? Paul Walker's Eclipse, the first car that you see in Fast and the Furious 1, Paul Walker's green Eclipse is definitely the raddest car in the whole Fast and Furious franchise, and I can't believe you left that out. But it's all good, man. This is your night, so like always, stay rad.
Stay weird.
And stay killer.
I see rad people.
Much love to the pack, man.
And you just had that video you did with them. Mel's the raddest, no doubt. Holland says, Pete, fish Pete. I thought I was the raddest. Basement Blues says. Rad Pack says, yeah, boy. My Killer Podcast. Whoop, whoop. Congrats, Nick. Whoop, whoop.
You know, it's funny. When I made that video for Mel on her Hall of Fame is what gave me the idea to do the intro for our video that we were doing together. So I'm glad you asked me to do that for Mel because I would have never got the idea to do the evil twin. Everybody loves the two Nicks
That they do. They're
so far.
Tiana says that was awesome. It was a great video. Huck says, what a killer Rad Pack video. Dell says, rad video. Johnny says, nice of the Rad Pack to show up. Yep, absolutely. I do appreciate, like I said, everybody who makes a video. That was great. It definitely was. I got a kick out of it when Mel came in and she's like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, I was dying laughing over here. You guys can't see it, but I was like, oh, here we go.
I saw you laughing. All right. Let me go ahead and play one more video, and then I got another segment. So this guy, huge fan, he actually messaged me. I was cracking up. And he said, now that you're monetized, is your channel PC? And I was like, hell no. I was like, you watch some of the stuff that goes down on my content. So
what's going on, everybody? This is Versus Loco, the motherfucking Horde Cholo, and I'm here to give a big shout out to Nick AV motherfucking Impulse. Yeah, what's going on, man? Congratulations on coming into the Hall of Fame, man. You are definitely a cool ass fucking dude, bro. We've had really cool conversations and everything like that. You a hood person just like me that's a movie nerd at the same time. So really, really cool, man. I'm glad to see you on this thing, man. You're an awesome part of the community, man. You share everybody's stuff. You're a huge supporter and you're a huge movie fan, man. And you put me in on New Jersey Drive, man. So that shit was awesome right there. Great recommendation. Good dude, man. Happy to have you as one of my friends and part of the community, bro. Awesome. Congrats. Yeah.
I can't do that.
Nobody.
I don't have the nobody can do it like that, man. He's got the tattoo though. That's why.
I love Vinicio, man. It's
yeah, man.
Him and I don't talk as much anymore. Just life gets busy, you know what I mean? And sometimes I just shut down or whatever it is. But I appreciate the hell out of Vinicio.
I respect Vinicio a lot because he's always doing something with his kids, going to practice. I respect that a lot because there's not a lot of people that are fathers anymore. You know what I mean? So I tell him that shit all the time, but sometimes I'll DM him and 3 days later he'll get back to me because life,
Exactly. There was a day Vinicio and then Adam, the movie hunter, had sent me both in within an hour apart, sent me a picture or a video. They were out, or I saw it on their stories. They were out with their kids. I think Adam was at his son's baseball game and Vinicio was at the park with his kid or something like that. And I was just like, I sent him a group chat and I was like, I just got to say, I love how great you guys are as fathers and how you make the time with your kids. Like Adam's always at his kids' baseball games if he could be there. Vinicio's always posting stuff on his stories with his kids. And then you with your kids, I appreciate it because we're going to get into some father-son stuff in a minute here, but I appreciate being father-son relationship so much. And I know I'm being biased, but I was always so close with my dad. When my parents split, I was immediately like, I'm going to live with dad. And there was no problem. It was fine, and it didn't matter. I was going to live with my dad either way. So I've always been a daddy's boy. People are like, man, you look just like your dad. So yeah, I appreciate all the fathers out there, man. It's like you said, who especially are fathers. So let me catch up on the chat here. We got Born to Be Rad saying, thanks everyone. Gus says, I want to be rad when I grow up. Holland Oates says, Vinicio. Capri says, Vinicio. Fish says, Horror Cholo. Mizzy says, Vinicio. Vinicio has.
No, I'm going to learn how to do that. I'm going to steal your shit.
Tattoo, though. You gotta get the tattoo. Cholo, what up? Man? Look at that Boss Arcade. Johnny says, Vinicio killing it as usual. Dylan Movie says, Vinicio. Born to Be Rad says, yeah, Vinicio. Hell yeah, man. I love you, brother. See, I love that guy.
Yeah, man. He's genuine. And we, like you said, we both from the hood, man. So a lot of relation.
All right, I'm going to actually play one last video before we get into the next segment because he's another father as well out there.
What's up, Nick? It's your boy KB. I'm on my way to Panic Fest tonight, so I won't be joining you for your Hall of Fame induction, but just wanted to put in my 2 cents. And, you know, we grew up in an era where you had to be real. It wasn't an option. So real recognized real, and you always look familiar. So I just want to say thank you for always being it real, keeping it real, from your segments with your top 5s by yourself and with others, to your other segments that it's just pure nostalgia for people like me, to your life lessons, because I think young and old, we all need to hear it, and we all need that reminder that, you know, art can represent and reflect real life and remind us of what's important. So you've always been able to do that. And to close, I will just borrow from your favorite modern day poet, Mr. Sean Carter, and say, I can't believe you went from early stages to being on stages, got away with it, here you are. So with that, I'll say congratulations, welcome to the Hall, and you deserve it, man. So hope you're having fun tonight, and peace.
Thank you, KB. Yeah, he's first guy to have me on live, man. I was so damn nervous.
I told him too. I was like, "Man, did you just get a clean fade?" He's like, "I did. I just left the barber." I was like, "I could tell." I was like, "That was clean, bro."
Yeah, I like the sunglasses he had on too.
Yeah, and he's at Panic Fest. I think he's meeting the Rad Pack tonight, maybe right now as we're speaking. So I'm sure everybody's jealous of that. KB keeping it classy. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. So I'm going to actually play one last video here, because before we get into this segment, I wanted to run through a bunch of videos of fathers in the community that I appreciate, and that people I appreciate, but seeing them, the way they interact with their kids as fathers, I appreciate. And this guy is another one. He's posting on his story. He watched Homeward Bound with his kid recently. So let me go ahead and play that clip.
Hey, what's up, Nick? I'm excited to see you on tonight's episode of the Hall of Fame with Bob. Well deserved. Love your channel, man. A couple of my favorite things about you and your channel, I think. Firstly, you say things, you have very strong opinions, but you don't back down from. You say things unequivocally in your own style, and you never sway, and you talk about things very passionately, whether it be likes or dislikes. And I think the second thing that really makes you stand out as a YouTuber is how personal you make a lot of your content. I think that you have one of the most uniquely personal channels on YouTube with your videos about life lessons and things of that nature. I think you use discussion about movies and films as a vehicle to give the viewers an insight about the man behind the camera, that being you, Nick, an awesome guy. So keep up your content, keep up your style. I'm excited to see what you do on YouTube going forward, and congratulations.
Appreciate it. I got both Vins. Vin versus Vin. I like that.
I love that dude right there too. You know what?
Yeah, man, he's cool as shit.
Thanks for being here, Starships of Greatness. Appreciate it. Holland saying, hey. What I love about Bennett, man, if y'all in the community don't know who Hard Copy Blues is, he is one of the most knowledgeable people when it comes to films. Like, that dude is an encyclopedia. He gets deep about movies.
And his movie recommendations are awesome. And he'll tell you straight up, you know, this movie was okay. It's a good one-time watch, you know, so I appreciate that too.
Yep. We got Vin versus Vin for life. Yep, every other Monday night over on Hard Copy Blues. Vin and Vin go live. We got
man.
Trooper saying, hi, Starships of Greatness. Jesus, I got Starship Troopers on the mind. What's up? Huck says, hey, Starships of Greatness. Planet Mondo's in the house. What up? Just stopped by for 3 seconds before I trip balls.
Okay.
Dude.
Well, you have fun with your spine later on.
Planet Mondo's the shit. I love that dude too.
Yeah.
Buster says, Starships, welcome. Hello there, Starship. What up, guys? So happy to be here. Hey, Planet Mondo. Hey, Mondo. Yeah, I might have him on my channel in May, and I can't wait. I love that dude. He's hilarious. But okay, so we went through a bunch of those videos, all the fathers in the community. I still got one more video to play. But I'm going to hold off on that because we got some trivia to cover. And but before we go ahead and get into all that trivia and stuff, let's go ahead and do my most recent segment. Me and Nick had talked about this. So we've got father and son segment. I love that picture right there. Such a great picture, man.
Yeah, he was 5 in that picture. He was a little ham.
So we're gonna get deep. This could take 20, 30 minutes. Feel free. I'm not gonna rush you. Take as much time if you want to run through the questions. You're usually comfortable with everything. I might ask a stupid question or two. I tend to do that from time to time. It's all right. We'll just run with it. What is one of your most proudest moments of being a father?
Actually, when he came, well, I got to watch him come out.
Born.
That was like, during the whole labor thing. That was awesome. And I just barely made it. My cousin, I actually got my CDL license the day he was born, and Rin was holding back from going into labor so that I could make it back to the hospital, and I made it just in time.
That's awesome. Yeah, every time I talk to fathers, man, like any of my friends, I'm obviously not a dad, but I always ask them they always say, man, the first moment you hold your kid in your hands, it changes your entire life. And I know this isn't the same, but when I held my niece, she's my goddaughter, in my hands, and I got this picture of it, and I'll try not to get emotional, but I was like, and she's just my niece, right? But I was like, I get it. Like it's something clear in my head. I was like this, and I was dating my ex at the time, and she didn't want to have kids really. And when I held my niece in my hands, everything changed for me. I was like, this is what it's all about. Like, it was one of the most special moments in my life seeing.
It is. It's something we've got plenty of, proud moments that I have with him, but just watching him come out was just like amazing to me. I was just like, I just created life, and it was just something else. It was a different experience.
I guess that question answers that one right there. The moment he was born, what's your fondest memory? Probably. So let's get into the next one. What is something you love to do with your son?
Well, if I'm not beating him in a video game, I actually like to just walk around with him. He's like just so rambunctious and like full of energy. So when we go to Rin said, when we go to the park or we go to the movies, like we're going to the movies tomorrow to see Super Mario Brothers. So whenever we do something like that, afterward he'll be like, Dad, can we just go walk around the mall and go look at this or go look at that? And it's just enjoyable, and I don't get much time with him. So just because of work, being a truck driver, it sucks, but pays the bills.
Yeah. What makes you different from your father? Maybe some similarities.
Well, what makes me different, my father would use not beat me to a pulp. He would only hit me if it was really necessary, whereas I don't hit my kid. I don't think in the long run it made me a better person. It just made me take an ass whooping a little bit better. So I think that's what separates me. I don't beat my kid with a bell or anything like that.
I got hit, but like once, twice.
Nah. I was hard headed.
Yes.
I tried to burn the house down one time. My uncle tattletaled on me.
You sound like Tim. He was a troublemaker too, man.
I was bad.
What do you do to make your son laugh? Take him to the park, beat his ass in video games?
To make him laugh, I'll literally hide in the house. And when he comes walking out and he knows that I'm hiding, and he'll be like, I know you're somewhere in here, Dad. I'm going to find you, but you're not going to scare me. And I always end up scaring him anyways, but he'll just have the biggest smile on his face when I'm doing that because he knows I'm hiding. So he's just, where are you, Dad? I know you're in the bathroom. And he'll say I'm in the bathroom, but I'm really in the living room behind the wall waiting for him. So that's one of my favorite moments, to make him laugh.
3 more questions, and then I'm going to let you go over your top 5 father-son movies.
Yeah.
what is one thing that you hope that your son learns from you?
To be a better person than I was before. To not have to go through the same struggles. Because life, like I said in my video, before my parents got divorced, life was great, dude. I had dynos. That's a bicycle for you guys that don't know. We always had like the craziest of sound systems. That's why I'm so obsessed with TVs and receivers and surround sound. So growing up, like my dad busted his ass so hard to like have all these things. That's where I get my work ethic from. And you want things, you got to work hard for it. And it was just like the most craziest thing. So once my parents got divorced, we moved right back to the ghetto, and then it was back down to government cheese and slicing it this thick and then this thin. And I don't never want to put my son through that. And the good thing is, if anything was to ever happen between me and my wife, she wouldn't hold him back from me. Sometimes I was used as leverage, and it sucked. So I would never want my kid to go through that. So
next,
that'd be my answer.
Appreciate your answer here. What piece of advice would you give to any new fathers out there, or any fathers in general?
Time is never guaranteed. So even if you want to do something really bad, there was times where, my friends would call me up before they had kids and they'd be like, oh, let's go out, let's go do this, let's go do that. And I never did, because time is something you can never get back. So, my best advice for new fathers is try to spend as much time as you can, because once they grow up, believe me, you start to feel it. Because I remember he was my shadow, and then PlayStation came along. And the only time I can get him to come with me is if I'm going somewhere or if I'm going to watch a movie that he's interested in.
Let me catch up with the chat here. We got just everybody saying hi to Mondo. Says Vinicio Hortrello, what up? What up? 4K Lowdown in the house. What's up, guys? Appreciate you being here as well. Helen saying hey to Lowdown. Dell says, what's up, David? Yep. Basement Blue says hi, 4K Lowdown. So Tracy says that's amazing. There are so many psychological effects for kids that are beaten. Verbal abuse is enough. Yeah, I agree. My sisters and her husband are the same way. They're not. They aren't gonna.
I'll yell the shit out of my kid. I'll yell at him all day, but as far as beating, nah, I can't do that.
I think it's important for kids to be able to come. At least for me, if I ever have kids, or just in general, whether it's kids or not, I want people to understand when you yell at somebody, you want them to know it's out of love, right? Like, yeah. You want your kids to be able to, if they're ever in trouble, you want them to be able to come to you instead of afraid to come to you about something they did. Like if they make a mistake, I think it's important for parents to, and I'm not a parent, so I apologize speaking on this, but I think it's important to be able to be there for your kids and let them know what they did was wrong, but that you love them and you want them to grow and learn from it. Because I think sometimes some parents scare the shit out of their kids and they never want it. They're too afraid to come to them when they need help or did something wrong.
Yeah, my son gets like that with me sometimes, and it's because he knows I'm going to yell at him because he knew better. So that's the difference, knowing what the difference is. Because if you spill a glass of milk, it's an accident. But if you're pouring the milk and then you purposely tip it over, so that's just the kind of way I look at it.
I agree with that. Hey, Tony, time waits for no man or woman, Johnny says. It's so true. My niece is very clingy to me right now, and I'm dreading the day where she might not be anymore. I'll tell you, when I come and I see my niece and I haven't seen her in a couple weeks, and she runs up to me and screams, Bobby, and she runs into my arms and I pick her up. It is like the greatest moment. Nothing can top those moments. And I dread the day she doesn't do that anymore either. She gets too big and she doesn't care, because I like my sister will just look over and she'll be like, wow, you know, because she'll come right up to me and just give me a hug. She was having a bad day once at a party, and she came and ran into my like knees and gave me a hug, and it's just the greatest thing, man.
Yeah, it's not that they don't, that they're not interested in you anymore. It's just that, they're too cool, to hang out with, the dad or, the uncle. So it's
Yeah.
not that they don't want to. It's just that, they're too cool now. They get older. That's what happens.
David says, as a father and grandfather, I can testify to time being your worst enemy. He's a good dude. I like David a lot. Okay, couple more questions, but let me go ahead, run through your top 5 really quick, and then I got some personal questions for you.
Okay. So my number 5 for father-son movies, you're gonna be like, what? Catch Me If You Can, because to me that was like like his father cared about him so much, and he knew everything that he was doing, but he wouldn't give him up. Fast Getaway, you guys probably don't know what that movie is, but I love that movie as a father-son movie. It's got Corey Haim, I think is how you say his last name. But that movie, if you could find it, not for $60 for the DVD, that movie's awesome. It's called Fast Getaway.
Okay.
You ever seen it, Bob?
I have not, but I'm going to write it down.
It's a cheesy 90s. It was either early 80s or late 80s or early 90s. I can't remember exactly when, but it's just a father and son. They're bank robbers. And he goes in first and pretends like he's going to, and then the father comes in and like holds his son hostage. And they're just a story of a father-son bank robbers. I love it. My number 3 is going to be Vice Versa. I don't know if you ever seen that one with Ben
No, but I'll
Savage.
be writing these down when I.
Yeah, that one is basically like Freaky Friday. They just switch places because, the father is too wrapped up in work and too busy with his life. And then the son is just like trying to get his attention. He doesn't want to. So he kind of hates him for it. And then they end up swapping places. It's hilarious. Number 2 is John Q. As far as an emotional movie, what you see, I would go through that. I would hold an entire hospital hostage, So that movie really touched me as a father-son movie. Honorable mention is Blow. That movie too. His father, Ray Liotta, he knew everything that his son was doing, but wouldn't give him up to the cops, but the mother did. So another great father-son movie, in my opinion. And then my number 1, I know everybody hates him still for whatever reason, but The Pursuit of Happiness is probably one of the best father-son movies ever because it shows you the struggle of a single father and a mother who just gives up.
I love Pursuit of Happiness and John.
Yeah, man. I love that. And like all the struggles that he has to go through, but he succeeds at the end. So it's great.
We got 4K lowdowns. David says Fast Getaway, 1991. Love Vice Versa, Judge Reinhold and Fred Savage, Fish says. Johnny says Fred Savage, John Reinhold classic, Vice Versa.
I love Vice Versa.
Respect it. John Q is great and beat me to it, Fish. LOL. Yeah. All right.
Such a good movie.
I've got some questions. I still got a lot to cover here. So let me run through it really quick. Sorry, I'm like writing these titles down so I can check them out. You know I will.
Watch the replay.
I hate watching myself, man. What piece of advice would you give to new fathers out there?
I already said that one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
How old were you when you moved out?
Oh, God. 16 and a half is when I first moved out.
You told me you were young. Yep. All right, we're going to get deep with some of these. Like I said, some might be stupid questions. What's your why? Like, what wakes you up every morning?
My wife and kid.
I was going to say, I figured that's the answer I was hoping for, man. If you could have a perfect day, what would it be?
At this point, actually getting to spend the entire day with my wife would be awesome. But If I got that all the time, riding in my Lexus with the system bumping and the windows down.
Yeah. You know, the what's your why question got me thinking, because like for you especially, I mean, you get up at 12:30, you know. Some people, they got tough jobs out there, whatever it might be. They might be busting their ass. Like, you don't get to see your kids or your wife as much as you want to. So I love that question. I think what's your why for me as well, like, just keeps you going. And it's important.
Yeah,
Like, what wakes you up in the morning? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have a strong why, what's going to carry you through those tough moments and keep you going?
Yeah, I slept 4 hours the night before. I've been up since 1 a.m. It's 11 o'clock. Do the math.
What is your favorite memory on YouTube, if you have one?
Okay, so it's going to be kind of weird, but the day that I released the video with Andrew,
okay,
I totally ruined that one, you know, because I didn't get my top 5. But I was just so, I couldn't believe that he did it, to be honest. And I just was like, I forgot to drop. I totally forgot. I didn't even realize it when I was editing, and I just uploaded it.
Top 5 Michael Bay movies. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Do you like your job?
Yeah. Does it have its days? Of course, but I like what I do. I love interacting with my customers, and you know, all my customers are pretty cool. So running up and down a ramp all day isn't like ideal for some people, but they pay me well to do it, and I'm just a people person. I just like to be interactive.
All right, I got a question. It's a little personal. I hope people don't take offense. You know, I'm just asking you, but name someone's channel that you look up to or inspired you.
We can leave Andrew out of this because he's the one that actually pushed me to start, besides my wife. But if I have to say, as much as I hate to say it, you're gonna hate me for this, but I'm not a big fan of the guy at all anymore. But Films at Home.
Okay.
I used to watch him faithfully all the time until he contradicted himself and became a hypocrite. So I'm good. And if anybody has a problem with that, I'm sorry. That's just my opinion, and you can go unsubscribe. It's not a big deal to me. The guy's famous. I
because his link's in the description down below. So, or you can subscribe. Don't say tell.
Yeah, but it's if you're gonna say something, then stick by it. You know, that's why I said when I put these life lessons together, I make sure that everything is concrete, because can't nobody from my past that hates me now come back and be like, you never did that. Because, like I said, I'm stamped and certified. So everything I say in my videos, I've done it and I've been around it.
2 more questions. Who has been the most influential person in your life?
Lately it's been my wife, but aside from the marital issues, my father was always a big inspiration in my life. The man worked, busted his ass. And I mean my stepdad, not my real father. He's kind of a loser. But he was, like I said, he was always inspiring. We used to do so much together. Even when he had my brother and my sister, he still never shied away from like spending time with me. So he made me the man that I am, and I also learned from his mistakes. Growing up, watching what things did, made me become the person that I am today.
Nice. I think fathers, man, super important. I think a mother and parents in general, man. When there's a parent absent, for me, it was always my father, though. Like, if my dad was absent, I don't know the way I would have turned out. You know. But my mom, super huge in my life too. Last question: what legacy do you want to leave behind?
Just being an honest guy, like being someone that you could, talk to. Because growing up, after me and my father kind of had our differences, it just kind of became, who do I talk to? there's a lot of demons that I had in my head. So, and some I'll never release. There's more, but they're just so personal that I don't feel like it's anybody's business. One, my wife knows, and one close friend of mine knows, and that's it. So it's just the way it is.
Blow is great. Fish says, quick draw McGraw. Cody
Oh,
says,
that's a cartoon.
Cheers to who's respecting starships of greatness. Vice versa says, great. Tracy says, pursuit of happiness is amazing. Nick is a wonderful human being. I've been subscribed. Really genuine, fantastic person. Absolutely. I agree. And same to Nerdy Film Girl. She's come around at January or so. If you're not subscribed already to Nerdy Film Girl, go subscribe to her as well. And everybody else in the chat. As Dell says, subscribe to everybody in the chat.
Yeah. Johnny's really making some great content. And Caprice, her first video is awesome. I love her intro. That whole color changing, that takes thought and process. So I was telling her that last night.
Starships is great, and it says pursuit of happiness gives me hope for finding new jobs if you work really hard trying to find it. Alan says, I've never seen any of his videos. Roxette says, anyone can be a father, but not everyone can be a good one. Thank God there are still good ones out there. It's true. Nerdy Film Girl, Tracy. I literally had people say they wanted to unsubscribe because I was referencing Grace Randolph. And it turns out they didn't unsubscribe when they said they would. Do you? Yeah. And Sue always
I just, I just have, like I said, if you're gonna say something, stick to it. Don't be a hypocrite in the same paragraph. So I just kind of lose respect after that.
David says, nice, great answers, bro. Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff, Nick and Bob. Appreciate it. You need a license to drive a car. Hell, you need a license to catch a fish, but they'll let any weeming asshole be a father. This whole stream. Appreciate that, Del. Thank you. Okay, so I wanted to go ahead. I caught up on the chat here. So I got a little fun segment. Sometimes I forget to get into these because there's so much to cover. But we're going to have some fun now. We've been going down some darker, deeper alleys. So let's have some fun, poke some fun at some groups in the community. We're going to play How Well Do You Know the Collectors Club and How Well Do You Know the Rad Pack? You ready for it?
Oh, God. All right, go ahead.
Call him the Booty Man. Who is it?
Mike the Booty Man. Mike the Mega Man.
Mike the Booty Man. He's a professional editor. Which one?
Oh, God, that's Hux.
Yes, sir.
I need his editing skills.
He loves his new 4K camera.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
You don't know you got a 4K camera?
No, I thought everybody had a 4K camera at this point.
No, dude. If you go peep one of his videos, like one of his last 3 or so, you'll see he's looks like he's in 16K. He's more beautiful than he was before. That's a hint. We stream together, we cream together.
Oh, Tim just got a 4K camera? I don't know. My phone, I'm telling you, is Google Pixel Pro, man. It makes everything look good on screen. So
yay titties.
Well, of course, that's Tim. How you gonna put Tim twice?
He loves the swap meet on Sundays.
That sucks.
He's married to Anna.
Isn't that Hux too?
No, that would be Kitten Paws, his wife. This is Mike, Mega Mike. His wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He was a troubled teenager and a skateboarder.
My buddy Todd. No, I don't know that one either.
That's Tim.
Tim, goddamn, why you keep throwing Tim in here?
I'll get to the Rad Pack in a second. Hold on. Morning Mug.
Oh, that sucks.
Top 25 community list.
That's Tim.
Okay. All right. Next one, trivia.
Oh, God. Okay.
That's Huck. Yeah. No, that's Huck. That's like trivia.
Oh, I thought you were doing that. Okay. All right.
Yeah. We'll
get
to that. Which two love the Rocky franchise?
For what?
Which two of these in the Collectors Club love the Rocky?
Oh, I know it's Hux.
You were on the
and
stream, and it was the top 3 biggest fans. Well, the whole Collectors Club was there.
Tim?
No, Mike's
Oh.
a big Rocky fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. I've done so many streams.
He hates Hellfest and he hates New York Ripper.
Vinicio?
This is the Collectors Club. Vinicio.
Oh, will you stop? You're confusing me now. I'm tired, man. I've been up since 1 a.m.
All the Collectors Club here.
Oh, okay.
This is Tim Talks Titties. He hates New York Ripper and Hellfest.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm getting confused now. I'm starting to wear down.
His wife is named April.
Oh, that's Tim.
Yep. His wife goes by Kitten Paws in live
Well,
chat.
that's Hux.
Who hosted the first Collectors Club live stream?
Hux.
All right. Now we're on to name that Rad Packer.
Great.
Right. Infectious Laugh.
Oh, that's Mel.
Headband.
That's Garrett.
These two wear beanies.
That's Justin and Mel.
Yep. His dog's named Pete.
That's Justin.
Personal trainer.
Garrett.
Squishy.
That's Justin.
That's Mel.
It's Mel?
Yeah.
Doesn't Justin have those?
No, she always like, that's a squishy slip.
Ah.
Or steel or whatever. You could get to know the Collectors Club better. Oh, geez. Okay. We got Huck in here. Hold on. Nice, great answers. Loving this whole stream. Sorry, I'm repeating myself here. Okay, so Huck said, let's go, Nick. We got Rose, Timmy.
Well, I can't see the chat, so.
I know. Yep. Life is beautiful. Tranquilino. We got Tim. Tim talks no titties in orgies. Tim, Huck, and Mike. All these are Tim. Squishy slips. I love the extra S on Huck.
I was thinking of those monster-looking things that Justin got, and he was squishing them in the review and like playing with them. So that's what I was thinking. The squishy. If you'd have put squishy slips, then I would have been like, no.
All right, we got 2 more segments to run across, and then final videos, and we're done. We'll get out of here. I know you're getting tired, so hopefully you can hang in there here.
I'm here.
Okay, would you rather? We're gonna play a little. There's only 6 of them. Would you rather experience the world beginning or ending?
If I could lay the first pipe, beginning.
Would you rather have more money or more time? More money or more time?
More money.
More money. Okay.
There's never enough of it.
Oh, would you? I thought you were going to answer that the other way. Oh, geez, I'm losing my spot here. Would you rather be bald or have a mullet?
I'd rather have a mullet.
Would you rather lose all the money you've earned this year or lose all the memories you've gained this year?
I'd lose all the money.
Would you rather know how you will die or when you will die?
How I will die, that would be awesome. I've always pictured myself exploding.
Like spontaneous or something.
No, like being in a building or like a car, like it exploding.
Explosion. Well, you haven't seen Spontaneous. I'll show you a clip of that. Would you rather never be able to watch a movie or listen to music again?
I can't go without Jay-Z. So I'd give up the movies before music.
Okay. All right. We got Benicio, the newest member of the Collectors Club. Boglin. I'd rather have a skullet. Laugh out loud. Okay. We got one more video I'm going to play, and then we got some trivia. And then we're going to hit that outro, and we're out of here. So let's go ahead and play that final video before the outro.
Hello everyone, Fish here. Bob, thank you very much for allowing me to celebrate the induction of another awesome individual into the Physical Media Collectors Hall of Fame. Nick, congratulations. I know you and I haven't been chatting long, but I feel like I've known you forever. Your passion for movies and life comes through in your videos, whether you're talking about film grain on something like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, to something more impactful, like sharing your story of how addiction has affected you, which I know a lot of us in the community can identify with, myself included. I look forward to getting to know you a lot more. I just wanted to say congratulations, well deserved. Thank you very much for letting me be a part of your special night. I hope you guys have a great night, and Nick, I look forward to future life lessons from you. Thanks, guys. Bye.
That's awesome. Thank you, Fish. I'm looking forward to getting to know you a lot more too. And I love whatever you have Halloween, and I think that's Halloween 4 I'm seeing back there. I want it.
I really, Fish has become a good friend, and I wanted to touch something he had said in that video, but go ahead.
No, he got that Halloween right in the back. I want it. I don't know what it is, but I want it.
So Fish talked about addiction, and you've talked about it in your life lessons, and you and I have talked about wanting to do a stream together talking about addiction with others in the community as well. I won't name names at the moment, but I appreciate your life lessons, and I had messaged you on Instagram, and I had never gotten emotional, that kind of emotion, in a video watching your Basketball Diaries. Now, I had watched Basketball Diaries like 2 nights before I watched your video.
Yeah, you had told me that.
I knew it was dropping, and I wanted to rewatch it, and I wanted to rewatch it for the 90s stream. And that hit home, man. Like, I was watching while I drove, and I pulled over, and I had hit you up on Instagram, dude, and I had tears watching that video. And I don't admit that often, but try not to get emotional talking about it here. But it hit home for me because I appreciated how real you were, and not everybody can get that authentic. I did that in a conversation I had with Nathan recently, and I want to be able to do that more. And then when Nathan brought that out of me and I saw you do that video, it made me want to talk about that more, because sometimes I go through dry spells creating content, like pre-recorded streams. I love doing the live streams. I love collabing with other people, but I hit walls in my own life with content. I'm just like, I'm bored, right? I just don't have a passion for it. But when I heard you talking about that in Basketball Diaries, and things and life lessons and the alcoholism and heroin addiction, things like that, go watch his video of life lessons for Basketball Diaries especially. But man, it hit home because I've struggled with addiction like in my own life, and watching you talk about that, man, I was just in tears because it just brought back memories, and just hearing you talk about some of the stories you went through, some people in your life, because I felt that, like, my dad and I have talked about addiction before, and how when we quit like drinking and stuff like that, your friends are just like not cool anymore. I lost so many friends like having to turn that away, and that's why you talked about in Bronx Tale, when you hang out with the wrong crowd. That was me, man. I was trying to be cool. I was trying to be somebody I wasn't, and I go through times. I'm in my own life still to this day. I haven't had a drink in 10 years this year. And my dad told me, man, gave me great advice a couple of years ago, said he's got almost 40 years sober. And he said, no matter how long you're still sober, man, it's still always there. Like, you still got to be mindful of it. And it was great advice, because I love this community, and you and Mizzy and Fish and so many others. The people in this chat know who they are, because when I'm struggling, I know who I can turn to, or when I feel like I need to have a drink or whatever it might be, you can always turn to that community. YouTube has helped me a ton, man. That's why when people talk trash about the community, I take it personal, because I fucking love these people. This community has done wonders for me.
And it's the same with me. And I said it before, when I was putting together that video, it literally, I had to stop a few times and like regroup, because like there's not a day that has gone by where I missed the feeling of being high off Vicodin. It was just like, because at that point in time when I lost my finger, it like was just so like I didn't have to worry about the world. I was just in my own world. So you know, the only reason why I never turned to other things is because growing up between my mother and my grandmother, I didn't want to be like that. So it gets tough. And, my stepdad's never done anything in his life. So, like I said, at one time I inspired to be like him as a man, just not what he does and, other life stuff. But it was hard putting that video together. And then you open yourself up to the world and you're open to criticism. So, I mean, I got pissed off too, yes, with that whole thing going on. That's why I made that reel. But as long as you're not saying my name directly, it don't bother me because I know I don't put out boring content. If you say my name and I'll let anybody know, you're gonna have a problem. I'm the Perry King. So if you want to come at me, I got ideas up the yin yang.
No, I'm not gonna get into that whole stuff because we're past that now. But I just wanted that the reason I made those videos on my channel as well, page. I want people to know that I'm fine.
I love this community as well. I mean, I just started talking to Caprice. I just started talking to Johnny. I mean, all these people are great.
Johnny is in stream supporting Holland Oates.
Yeah, Holland's always.
Dude, these people. That's why I took it personal because these people are like family to me. And when you're not just talking like I'm fine. I can take it. You want to bash me? I got trolls now and stuff like that. That's fine. Being bald, that doesn't bother me. I love shaving my head. But when you talk about my friends and stuff like that, that's where I have a problem because you're coming into my streams or you're just talking about people I care about. And I don't talk all the shit you want about me, but don't talk about my friends like these.
Yeah, I'm on the same level. And I always feel like people that talk like that or talk shit about people, period, is that because there's something that's not in their life that's maybe they're not happy. So that's their only way to express it. But that's why, like, one of my coworkers, he saw my life lesson video and he told me I was stupid because at the end I said, if you're having issues, DM me. And I left my Instagram on there because I'd rather the person talk to somebody that's outside of their circle. Because if their circle is getting high, guess what? You're going to be stuck in the same circle getting high. But if you get somebody that's outside of that circle to tell you and walk you and talk you through it and find out the real root reason of why you're doing what you're doing, you may be able to save yourself. Like I said in that video, one of my biggest regrets was not being able to help my friend, but he didn't want the help. I did it the first time. I got him into rehab and then he just went back to it. Some people just can't leave it. So, but I've gotten called stupid. I've gotten called all that for doing that. But
Nick,
like
I've been there where I didn't want to ask for help. So like my favorite artist right now is NF. And I don't know, not too many people know who he is. Maybe they do, but I listen to NF's music all the time. And he talks about wanting to do it himself, like not being able to ask for help and stuff. And it's like, that's relatable, I think, for a lot of people, but it's okay. People watching right now, like it's okay to ask for help. That's why I clipped that in the highlight reel, because that was something I loved that you said, hey, message me. When I had that conversation I did with Nathan, huge shout out, man. He's such a good interviewer, one of the best I've ever
done. He was. I love that video.
Yeah. And when that's why I said it, look, if you're struggling, reach out to me or somebody else, man. There's a lot of people in this community that would I'm going to, get us into the chat here, but this is another guy, just looking at the first person that pops up, man, he'll have your back. He's such a kind guy. If you're struggling, man, go talk to Derek.
I like his comment.
I want Derek. I wanted to get a laugh in here because we're getting dark, but I want Derek to now put, or somebody, Derek or Ken could do it. Tony's pretty good at it. Somebody needs to Photoshop Nick with a mullet now.
Hey,
do
it up, baby.
What's Johnny watching? Says fish. A lot of fish is going around. But yep. And we got Huck said saying Finding Nemo. Fish. Huck says fish. Delightful inductee into the Collectors Club. Yep. And Halloween 4 is my favorite. That's a Halloween 4 limited edition DVD, Tim. Yep.
Oh, I like that.
Great to meet you, brother. We've got, and that's David. Yeah, he's a good guy, man. David's a great guy. Sometimes it's nice, like when you end a stream, you get to hang out backstage. I'll share a quick story really quick. Two people in particular. I didn't know Huck all that well, and we were in a huge panel. Everybody left. Me and Huck were the last two people. We were about to close out, and then we chatted for about 20 minutes, and it was an opportunity for me to get to know him. And so sometimes you just need to get to know people, and I don't feel like everybody takes the time to get to know somebody before they just like throw them out. You know what I mean? Like they're no good. And then he's another one. We chatted backstage once, and I was like, man, I didn't know David like that. And then you get to know people, you know? So, take the time to get to know somebody. You know what I mean? If you got questions, reach out to them. Draculina Horror says Basketball Diaries is one of those movies you never forget. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Hearts. Congrats on being sober, Rob. Thanks. Excellent. Thank you so much, Huck. We've got Tiana saying, Bob, this is a great community for sure. Absolutely, David. This community is the best. Great support all around. Yep.
It really is.
4K Lodon says, sometimes you have to speak out about your life. It means a lot when you can speak out and the people around you support you without judgment. And there were so many people. Vin, I believe both Vins, Reynaldo, I believe, and there were several others that before I could comment, they had already dropped a comment. So if you don't think people are watching it, I tell people this all the time. I tell people not to worry about views. I know you want people to worry.
I know.
Because you put
it's different for me.
You're not the only one, other people do. But focus on the comments, especially the good ones, the people that take time out of their day to drop a comment. And some of these comments are so uplifting. Like I'm telling you, man, some of these comments keep me going on YouTube because sometimes you're just like, am I making a difference, or do people enjoy watching me? So those comments mean a lot, at least to me.
I know I gotta start leaving more comments because a lot of the times I watch Vin or Vinicio or Hux. I watch a lot of videos and I'm just driving, so I can't really comment back. And then I just when I get to my first stop, I'm off and running. So a lot of times I just forget to comment, but I'm always watching their stuff. Especially, I'm happy to see Vinicio back. He just dropped two videos recently, and I was just like, the Target haul. That one was funny. I was like, man, I've been up on Affirm.
It's so cool, like you just got to jump in streams, and you'll see people are saying, you got new people in streams. It's our first time streaming together, on my channel. So Gus says
it's hard for me because everybody does it in the weekday, and I go to bed so early.
Much love to you, Nick. Seriously, Capri says. Gus says, no one puts my friends in the corner. I love Gus. YouTube is great when you're here. You're from family. It's great. Cody says, Bob and Nick are sitting in the truth booth right now.
I love that guy, Cody.
He's
Gus, awesome.
Love
too.
NF. So much respect for the way you ended that Basketball Diaries video. Absolutely, Dell. We got a fish. Congratulations. Nick Terrell says, it's like Nick and Bob aren't just talking to each other. They're speaking to each and every one of us on a panel, on a personal level. Absolutely, man. As he says, I agree, Johnny. Huck says, yeah, that was fun, Bob. You're great to talk to. I appreciate that. I do. I really did. And I talk about that a lot because sometimes you don't, like, I knew of Huck's channel. I've streamed with him, but I never took the time to get to know him. And when it was just the two of us and we were backstage, there was no pressure. You're not live. But that's what I like about this. Like, I'm cool with just hanging out, and people watch, people enjoy the hangouts. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes that's the opportunity to get real. Like, you know what I mean? Just shoot the shit.
The first time with Vin, we hung out a little bit after in backstage. And then the first stream I did with Tim, we hung out for a little while too, just chilling. Yeah, it is a good opportunity to get to know the person. And Tim, I don't know if you're still watching, but what happened to my top 5 video, man?
Tim?
Yeah, Tim, we were supposed to do a top 5, but he's been so busy live streaming, and Benicio was supposed to be another one, but he got sick, but I'm just glad he made a video for me on here, man. So
that's
really
my ride or die. You did your top 5. Well, Tim's my ride or die, and as Cody says, we streamed together.
We streamed together. But yeah, we were in the works, but Vinicio got so sick that I just didn't bother him. I was trying to wait till he felt better. And then now that he's feeling better, he's always out with his kids, and I just can't. I don't want to put anything. So I hang out and wait. But Got something coming.
K Dog says watching anything after the stream. You're watching a horror movie with your wife?
Yep.
Yep. I watch videos on my TV, so I can't always comment, but I'm watching you. Fish is watching. He's watching us. I loved our conversation after the stream, Bob. It has been great getting to know you. Absolutely, David. And look, I understand, like, to everybody that's still watching, sometimes you can't watch everybody. There's so many of us in here. Your best to support people. And to support somebody doesn't mean just to watch them. Okay. So, you know, Nick, Mika in particular, two I mentioned. There's many others, but Nick and Mika, nobody does it like them. I'm sorry. Cody as well, but many, many others. But nobody supports and shares the way that Mika and Nick do. So
I try to watch everybody's, but it does get difficult. It really does.
Man.
And I don't expect everybody to watch mine. That's, you know, there's just so many people.
Yeah.
There's so many great creators.
All right. Who's ready to close this out with some Shawshank Redemption trivia? It's your number one favorite movie. Before you told me that what your number one favorite film of all time was, I had Shawshank picked out based on your top 25 list. So this is it. I could have done like the Streets is watching or Streets is talking or whatever. But
I just don't. Come on, man.
So
I told you we're gonna be able to do that. You never seen it.
Yeah. So we're gonna.
You're gonna kill me with these because I can never remember names. Go ahead.
Yeah. So anybody that's watching, jump in on the Shawshank here. Johnny's watching everyone. Laugh out loud, Fish. Okay. So yes, we've got a really tough Shawshank. Now, this is his favorite movie of all time. I love this movie. It's probably I just watched it last year for the first time. When I was putting this together, I didn't know any of these questions. So don't give him too hard of a time because I didn't know any of these. I don't know how you're going to get any of these either. And I'm a big fan, but
I'm a big fan too. But as far as like names go, I don't remember names.
I got my right here. So here we go. What does Red call Andy when he first gets off the bus?
Oh, shit. I know that one too.
Yeah,
he doesn't call him. He doesn't call him Fish.
Because I didn't know any of these either. Why would he call him Fish? You got fish on the brain now?
No. That's what they say when you go into prison. Fresh fish. I know it's something to do with banker. No, I don't remember.
He calls him a tall drink of water.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's okay.
See, and when you say it, it's gonna. I know. Go ahead.
Yeah. I've forgotten a lot of these too. Don't give him too hard of a time.
And people, I'm on 22 hours straight of being up.
There are so many characters in movies called Fish. Yeah. So I know. Like, I want people to know. I wouldn't know these either. What is Andy's cell number?
I don't know.
245. What year was it when Andy escaped prison?
Wasn't that was it 68 or 69?
That's close. You got 69 on the brain, but I'm okay with that. 1966.
Damn it. I thought it was 68, 69. Okay. You got
Tim's
that.
favorite number is 69.
Yay, orgies.
How many smokes did Red bet that Andy would be the first to break on his first night at Shawshank?
5, I believe.
See, tall drink of water, Andy Fish. 67, 69 on the brain. Yep. What'd you say? What was it?
5. Isn't it 5?
It's 10.
10? Damn it.
What is the collective name for the people who take a liking to Andy?
The girls?
The sisters.
The fella. Damn it. Okay, yeah.
Doing better than I would. How many years was Brooks at Shawshank before he became a librarian?
24
7
years?
7 years.
Really? Oh my god.
What did Red call geology?
I have no clue.
The study of pressure and time. What had been Elmo's job at the country club?
Wasn't he just a janitor?
He was bussing tables. Yeah.
God
Who
damn.
Who directed Shawshank?
I don't even know.
Frank Darabont.
I know it was a perfect movie.
He directed The Mist and Green Mile as well. Where did Andy say he threw his gun?
In the river.
Royal River, yep. What are two things that the warden says he believes in?
Oh shit! I do know this one. I'm drawing total blank. 22 hours, people. I've been up. I'm failing miserably.
It's okay. This is hard. I wanted to do Shawshank, but it's tough to create like questions.
Yeah, questions.
But this one is what
Isn't it faith?
He says discipline in the Bible, I believe. Yeah, discipline in the Bible. Where did Andy work before prison?
He was a banker.
Yep, the bank. Yep. What girl did Andy get for his 10th anniversary? He was on the wall, right?
Oh, the poster. Oh man, that's the one that he covered up the hole with. Damn, I forgot her name.
Some Like It Hot. She's the one who had the skirt, the dress, and the blew up and all that stuff.
I don't remember the name.
Marilyn Monroe.
Damn.
What was
That's
Red's
beautiful.
real name?
Fred.
Ellis Redding. What actor plays Andy?
What actor plays? We just said his name. Ken just said his name. Fucking With Nothing to Lose. God damn
Yes,
it.
right, that's what he's in. Yeah, it's. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I'm too tired to.
It's Tim Robbins. I got one last
There
question.
you go. God damn it.
What actor plays Alice?
What? I don't remember.
You know how
It's
everybody
terrible.
last week was like, Bob looks really tired. Now you look tired.
22 hours, bro. 13-hour work day, and I've been up for 22 hours. Sorry.
It's all good, man. No, this was tough trivia. I could have probably done like John Q or something, but dude, it's tough because I don't even tell you what to prepare for. Like Huck, nobody does trivia.
Nah, you told me. Oh, just send your list.
Yeah, send your list. I did the yeah. Nobody does trivia like Huck, and he gives you a heads up of what to prepare for. So I'm being an asshole about it. So I
like it though.
It's just fun, but
I like it.
Everybody that chimed in tonight in the chat, everybody that's still here. I know we've been streaming for 2.5 hours over that. I never know how long it's going to go. Sometimes I got a lot of content. Sometimes it takes a lot of time to go through stuff. I wanted tonight be more conversation oriented. I appreciate you for jumping on, Nick. Like I said, I really enjoyed that we had the chance to get real and talk about personal stuff. I always enjoy doing that with you. And
Yeah, I like how you snuck my wife in there.
Yeah, did you like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives people
tell me.
It gives people an opportunity to get to know you, your wife, things like that. So Gus says, no worries, Nick. I didn't know any of the answers. LOL. So,
and I watch the movie all the time, but I guess subconsciously you don't really pay attention to things
you're on
like
the spot
that.
too, and I didn't tell you what to prepare for. So Tiana says,
Yeah.
stream tonight. Thank you guys. Yeah, I appreciate it. Once again,
I feel like I would have did something better with like Bronx Tale or Goodfellas. I would have did a little bit better.
I was thinking about doing a Bronx Tale. I was thinking about it. And like I said, everybody that jumps in, everybody that supports everybody in here, whether it's me and Nick or everybody in the chat, thank you so much.
I appreciate y'all.
Make sure you go subscribe. You got 4K Lowdown Del on Movies. Doodoo Loves Movies. All these people have channels. Go subscribe. Eventually, though, people are going to know, like, I can't do the same thing for everybody, so I try to be creative. But sometimes, like, the surprises I have, people are going to start to catch on what I got coming on, So I try to keep everything a surprise, but it doesn't.
Yeah, slide into my wife's DMs.
Hey. I was actually texting with your wife, not DMing, so it was a little bit of both. But she's
That's
like,
cool.
Yeah, she's great. No, Corinne's great. It was nice talking to her. It's always been nice chatting with the two of you on the phone, things like that. So I appreciate you making me feel welcome and always being there for me. You've always been there for other people, man. Like I said, if people take the time to get to know you, they'll understand who you are and what kind of man you actually are. You know, you come right out with it. Sometimes you're a straight shooter. Sometimes the way you come out with things could rub people the wrong way, which I totally understand, because sometimes I say stupid shit, or sometimes I
Yeah, we all do.
But
I mean, I went off on you in your DMs.
just understand where Nick's coming from and where he came from, because when we were talking, you grew up. I love my hands. I gotta always show that stuff. But when you grew up, you know, I don't have as soft as hands as Ken, but that's okay. When you grew up, where you grew up, I didn't. You know what I mean? I came from a completely different part.
I always try to consider that myself, and I always forget that, you know. So
I know texting
feel
first. She gave me her number. Don't start with that. And I knew that sliding into text.
my wife is rarely on Instagram. That's probably why she did it. And we're not a jealous couple. That's another important thing. We're just not jealous.
I know people are teasing, but I'm not the kind of person who's going to slide.
Yeah, I know.
You know, anybody's wife's DMs until I get them on the stream, and then I have to find a way. But Fish, exactly, Cody, and he'll be on next week in 2 weeks. I don't know. It's a Wednesday, April 26th.
See, you're tired too. Don't give me shit.
26th. Yeah. So just be honest.
Well,
yep. Great.
I'll be promoting the shit out of that one, Fish. Don't you worry.
So before we close it out, I got one more video. It's the outro, the one everybody's been waiting for. Let me go ahead and play it out.
Can I take a wild guess?
Who is it?
Cody.
You think it's Cody?
I think it might be Cody. It's either Cody or Derek. You had to get somebody creative.
Cody or Derek. All right. Well, we'll see who it is. What if it's Yay Orgies and I had him do the intro and outro?
Ooh, it could be that too. That's clever.
But Nick, go ahead, tell people where they can find you. Let people know whatever you want to say, close it out, and I'm gonna get that outro started, and then we're out.
Okay. You can find me over at Movie AV Impulse on YouTube, and on Instagram it's Nick of Movie AV Impulse. That's why I always put it in my videos for the most part. But I just do simple things. Top fives, you might see 2 of me, you might see 1 of me. Sunday, I'm going to be talking about 5 movies that I absolutely love out of my favorite genre, which is gangster / mafia. Yes, I do separate the two. They are not the same genre. And I'm going to be talking about why I'm so obsessed with the mafia, because I love the mafia. I'm sorry. I married a Sicilian, so that should be enough. But yeah, I'm having fun with that. Wednesday, I'm closing out my 4-part segment on cars I would love to own if I hit the lottery, which would be on the James Bond franchise. And then next Wednesday, I've got Cody. And Cody, I hope you are ready.
Nice.
So all I'm going to say, because I asked him if I could have his blessings to do something, and he's like, go wild. So I hope you're ready.
Well, let me go.
And I got more guests. I got more guests lined up too. I'll name 2 right here: Caprice and Johnny. I'm gonna be working with them as well for a top 5.
Nice. Caprice is working with everybody. Caprice be sliding into DMs too, talking about me. All right, let me go ahead and play a quick super chat because I missed this super chat earlier. I saw it, Tiana. Thank you so much. So,
thank
Yay orgies.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I had to go back. I found the timestamp when it found it. I saw it. Nick also posted it. And
yeah. As soon as you said somebody clicked that, I was like, okay. I pulled over on the side of my truck and I clicked it real quick.
So for me, super chats, I want to make it funnier and personal by including the community. So instead of posting movie clips, I like to have fun with the people who have said.
All of them have been great so far. The one you did for me the other day was funny with hugs. Oh, now you're just kissing ass.
I can play that one. Hear it. Huck, this one's for you, buddy.
Oh, now you're just kissing ass.
I'm like, I don't want to upset somebody, though. You know what I mean? So Tiana says money well spent. Cody's going to be ready. Don't you worry about that. I love the mafia. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Great stream, everyone. Thank you so much. Like I said to everybody who stopped in, let's play that outro, and we're going to get out of here. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
What's up, dudes and dudettes? My name's Cody, and I'm just a dude who loves movies. Tonight, I want to thank you all for coming out and celebrating Nick from Movie AV Impulse. Nick was one of the first people I met in this community. He saw me on the Rat Pack episode and reached out to me in the comments. He's been down since day one. He's always supportive and always giving great advice and always promoting. And I know I'm not the only person he's been doing that for. He's been doing it for each and every one of you. That's why you all made such great videos for him. That's why you're all in the chat. And the people who aren't on this live stream will be watching the replay. Nick, you're a content creator, a YouTuber, and a friend. But what other people may not realize is that you're a backbone. You're a backbone of this community. And when something happens to that backbone, or that backbone is gone, you're not the same. We're not the same. So thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for everything you've done for everybody else. I appreciate you. We all appreciate you. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. It's well deserved. Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Have a great weekend. Stay safe.